Hi.
We got a
Hello.
late start. We might as well come out here and bring the conversation amongst ourselves out here to everybody.
Well, actually, I
But
do have. I was wanting because since I got you to embarrass yourself that one time by announcing how you slipped and fell. Well, I'm
a
a part
what?
of the crew now because I slipped and fell on Thursday in the
Oh no.
kitchen
Oh,
and
oh,
landed on my butt, and
and
it
you landed
still
on your bed.
hurts.
You did? And you okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the crew.
Thank you.
Oh,
See how easy it is to happen? Like it just does. It just does. Like yeah.
You feel like
Hey,
an
Rocky,
idiot when it
Sean.
happens too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I feel like an idiot on a regular basis. I will definitely humble myself
It
if
was
me,
a
you
nice
know.
puddle of water. I was doing the dishes, me not paying attention because I was in a hurry, just trying to get
Hmm.
stuff done before our live, and my foot just slipped. I tried to catch myself. I was like, okay, I'm not catching myself. I got a glass in my hand. I'm just gonna fall on my butt, and that's what I did.
Hmm. Hey,
See,
well, now everyone's coming in. Wait, let's just say hello first so they don't think we're ignoring you. So, hey, Sean and Couch and April and Jean. And look at the trees. It's good to see you. Thank you for the honoring. It's always nice on a Sunday. Flash fans, welcome. How are you today? Hey, Secular Sakai. Good to see you. I've been catching the replays. I'm sorry I haven't been able to show up for the lives, but my schedule's been crazy. But excellent work lately. Excellent work. And Shill, thank you for being here. I think I caught you already, Jean. Everybody give Jean a good grope. It's Sunday. Okay, that's done. Business done. All right, here we go. Anybody else coming in? We see you. We care that you're here. Just shout us out. Just shout us out if you think you're ignoring us. Go here. Go ahead and have at us. It's
Yeah,
Sunday.
sorry
You're
about that.
allowed. You know, today's the day to take a pee. Like if you're gonna have one, like today I'll put up with it. Hey Karen, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. They're
No, you're
Cass
fine.
and Juju, but like I had to get that in before I forget because I'm horrible at it. I am horrible at the YouTube stuff. I am. Like I can't even call myself a YouTuber.
I wouldn't say you're horrible at it.
Have you watched my channel? Bear can't tech. Bear can't remember the banner. Bear forgets to tell everybody to subscribe, and then cries because nobody's subscribing. Like, why? They go,
you
well,
have
we never
gained.
hear
You
you
have
tell
gained subs
anybody to.
though.
What? I
You
had,
have
well,
gained.
I have because of the trial. So, oh, are you looking? You're not, like, you don't be looking. Don't
No,
be looking.
I noticed these things. Like
Mm.
I noticed.
I would say it has gone up a little bit because of the trial. I will say that. There are people that enjoy that I don't overtalk the judge.
Mhm,
But there are
that's
those
good.
that really don't like my attitude about the defense team either. But at least they're keeping it to comments. They don't come into the chat and yell at me. They tell me in comments or they tell me in private DM. Yeah, so it's cool. And they're actually respectful about it. So
Because you don't like the defense? Psh,
uh-huh.
just
Because I
looking
make
it
fun
up.
of John. I do make fun of John Pryor. Like he freaking dopey dopes me. Like he really
I don't
does.
make fun of him. He drives me crazy. I couldn't have a conversation with him.
Mm.
His condescension sends me through the roof. The tone of his voice, I'm like, nope. He makes me livid.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does in the way he testifies instead of asking questions. He often says exactly what he wants the jury to hear instead of a question to the witness to let the witness respond.
Well, and when the witness responds in a way he doesn't like, he goes, okay.
He just well
Okay.
that always means you didn't say what I wanted to. That
Yeah.
didn't go the way I
And
wanted. Oh
it's
well.
like, I just think if I was in the same room with him, I would slap him and leave. That's all he
I
makes me want to do.
I wonder how many judges and attorneys that work with him want to slap him. Like because Judge Boyce is very laid back. Have you noticed? Like he's really laid back. He's very by the book. He's very laid back. He's like justice for all. He's thinking of like the end game here, right? And even his tone with him lately has been
I
when
know what I like it because you can tell he's like bite back the like
when the judge
fury you feel.
when the judge on the bench is doing the objections, like you got a problem.
That's
Like
pretty
he's like,
bad.
I believe that was objectionable. Like reeling in. stop. He's not very biased though. But boy, was it a wild ride. I don't want to turn this into a true crime segment, but man, Thursday was a wild ride.
I want to know what was going on because it was so bad that StreamYards would actually give warnings that traffic was so high that we might not be able to. It took us a good probably 2 minutes to actually
Yeah,
go
you
live.
know what? And I have those streams in 2 parts, right? For Thursday, and they are like probably the highest hitting number so far. It was lit. People wanted to know what the judge said. People wanted to know what the hell was going on. Everybody was like so confused. It was like heartbreaking. Like no matter what got decided, somebody was going to be heartbroken. Like it was worst case scenario. It was a freaking typo, Mrs. C, that could have jeopardized like a whole part of the case. And mhm. But I am so glad that my research was founded and proved true because like I kept thinking about it in a very straightforward, pragmatic way. And to me, technically, the count they were talking about never got amended because I followed that trial. I know they needed permission to amend the indictment in the beginning of this year. And the judge only gave them permission to amend 3 of the counts to add additional things in based on information from the Vallow trial. And it was debated back and forth in hearings with John Pryor in the state, and they came to a conclusion only those 3 counts would be amended. But when they did the amended, somehow or another, this other count got the wrong dates in it. And the judge had a problem because all the evidence presented in the death of J.J. Vallow specifically were presented with certain dates that didn't exist in the indictment under the account. So you could see how if it was a valid amendment, that would have thrown everything into jeopardy because the prosecution rested their case. They can't file an amended indictment. There's no way to fix a typo after you rest your case, and all the evidence that you presented doesn't meet the count, the charge, because the dates don't match. There's no evidence. And John Pryor was up there going, there's no evidence for any of these counts. And so I want a disqualification. I want the whole thing thrown over as acquitted. And yet John Pryor was making that as a routine that all defense attorneys do when the prosecution rests their case. But when the judge reviewed it because he knew he was making the motion, he found that date error. And he said, this is really, really bad. Like, there's not much we can do about it. Until Ingrid Beatty, who is a very experienced death penalty lawyer from the state AG's office. She's not local. She's not county. She's from the state. She's very experienced. She laid it all out. She said, well, technically, sir, we didn't amend that count. It is as he pled to in the original indictment, all zipped up, nice and tidy. She didn't use those words. Those are my words. But, and it turned out that he was like, thank God. You could actually literally hear the judge breathe a sigh of relief. But now he's got a lot of work to do. He has to figure out how to present it to the jury so that there's not a mistrial or that John Pryor doesn't win on appeal. But foundation-wise, that's the best way I can explain it. We almost lost the ability to get justice for J.J. Vallow's murder. Chad Daybell wouldn't have been charged for it. He would have been acquitted on that one charge if they didn't figure out that way. Because Judge Boyce actually listed all the evidence that he heard on the other charges to prove to John Pryor he didn't know what he was talking about. He actually went down the list of everything he heard and why he feels that his motion is just invalid and going to be denied count by count. And he did it. And that was pleasant to hear. So, hey, Grace. How are you? Hey, Sean.
Hey, Grace.
Mousy. Hi.
All right, let's move on from true crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go. I'm not using Restream Secular. I'm using StreamYards, and I stream to both Twitter and to YouTube at the same time. And you can stream to multiple platforms, but not in the free version of StreamYards. You actually have to purchase the product. Because I could actually put this stream on Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Twitter, and here all at the same time if I wanted. But I'm too lazy to set the rest of them up, to tell you the truth. I'm not a YouTuber.
Oh my goodness.
You sound like me. I'm like, I don't know. That's a lot of clicks. I'm out.
Yeah, that's it. Like, if it takes more than 10 minutes, like to do. No, that's not true because you all know I research everything to freaking hell. So I really can't say that. It's just I absolutely have a thing about doing the YouTube stuff. Like I actually get in my own way. Like I have an issue.
No, I have a ton of stuff in life like that where I'm like, I mean, I could do it, but also I cannot be bothered to do it.
Your pedals are looking perky, according to Mousy. Did you use new pedal wash?
Nope, it's just life. Life perked them up.
Is she trying to say something? Did something happen that we need to know?
Yeah, you're looking perky. Or is she trying to say that you and I are looking rather like not? UCC. I don't know, Mouse.
I don't know.
I'm side-eyed in you. Okay.
Always side-eye the mouse.
Is anyone else having a sound issue? I see that someone's having a sound issue in the chat. Does anybody else in the chat having any issues with the stream that I need to go check out with my so awesome tech capabilities that I do not do this? But I try. I'll go try to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. Now you say that, Mousy. Uh-huh. She said we're looking good, Mrs. C. I don't know. We're looking great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, backtracking now.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Trees. This is so the audio sounds okay. Yeah, I don't need no tech issues. I got a big week.
You know what tech issues I'm having at my humble abode?
What?
Does anyone use a Fire Stick to watch TV?
Like, no, I couldn't. Like,
because my Fire Stick keeps like disconnecting from the internet. So like, but everything else will still be connected. My phone, the computer, and it's just one Fire Stick, and it's like, not right now. Or if you're watching something, it'll like buffer. It's really irritating. Anyway, if anyone knows how to fix that,
do tell.
Please.
You can fix it.
Yeah. Well, and then, I get all like conspiracy theory. I'm like, okay, is this because my Fire Stick's so old and they're like software?
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know. On the socials, actually, I have seen people complaining, and it looks like in the chat they are too. People are having issues with it. It might be an upgrade or something.
Okay. Because I went through and cleaned mine up. I have like pirated software and stuff on there. See, but how do you want everything? I'm not paying for these streaming services.
And that wouldn't have anything to do with it. Like, this always cracks me up. I'm sorry, B, but when people complain that their pirated videos don't play
I cleaned it up.
Like, I'm like, okay, sure.
No, it's not the pirated ones. Those I get. Also, if you need tips and tricks on how to get those to run smoothly, let me know. But
while we're on that topic.
No, it's like I'll be watching
podcast for $5.99 on the side. We'll get you a link. Don't worry. You get a 30-minute consultation for $5.99 with JuJu on how to get your pirated videos to play accurately.
I'll give it to you for free.
I'm
not selling free information.
Shit, I tried to get you $6 a pop. Listen, chick, like what? Okay. All right. See, I suck at being a YouTuber.
Maybe if you send me a new Fire Stick, I'll super help you.
Yeah.
I say it's only one of mine Fire Sticks. I have not checked the other ones.
Here's the technical word and reason. I trust Couch. He says it's maybe a firmware update, and that's what I was
wondering.
But I didn't know the language I didn't know the specific word to say, but I figured it's some type of update, something within it, and because they're always looking for ways to limit your ability to add stuff to it that's not theirs. Like, they want you to buy all their stuff.
You should try your other ones too, just to see.
I know. But I only watch TV. I mean, I have too many TVs and I only watch one of them.
Well, Grace says she had to restart her modem. Have you tried that?
No. That's The modem's in
You
the
might need to
basement.
get. Oh my
Wait a minute.
goodness.
Couch, would you agree that almost every single tech issue before you even get into it is like, have you tried
Like,
turning it
turning
on
it
and
off.
off?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that, but also it's all the way downstairs. Like, and it's underneath the
Why?
stairs because
Why?
that's where the internet guy put it. The guy who
Why?
That's where
I
the
don't know.
modem actually is. See, they
That
wired it
could be
through the
the
basement,
problem.
but the modem is actually up there right next to where I use it because I ain't resetting it like going up and down the stairs. That's crazy.
I know when I got the new equipment was that this year? Who knows? But remember when they sent me like a new modem and all that? I was
Mhm.
like, I'm going to take the time and like move all this stuff to the main floor. It'll be great. And then 2 months later, I was like, I should actually install this stuff. And then like 3 weeks later, I was like, I'm not moving anything. I'll just plug this in and call it good.
You see, you had like for us, we had to give him permission to drill a hole in our hardwood floor in the corner.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Jen.
Yeah, and so that he could fish the wires up from the basement to where I wanted to use the computer. So I guess if you were like you didn't want it out in the open because you didn't want to ruin the aesthetics of your room, maybe he was taking that into consideration and left it in the basement.
Maybe he's like, this broad doesn't care, and this is the easiest way to do it.
And like lucky me, I don't have to drill a hole and rewire anything. I'm just gonna put it a hole right here.
Yes.
Well, I don't know who.
Yeah,
whose
Jen's
bright
right. Like, listen, this is it. Modem is in the basement. That can't be the problem. Nope, not at all. Of course, that's part of the problem.
Well, you know when you know something like that is the problem, but like I just don't care enough to fix it. You know what I mean? Like I
Well,
just
I kind of
can't.
have to agree with that because I don't know who in their right mind decided to disconnect the outside cables for the
Mhm.
upstairs. So like our modem has to be downstairs. We can't have it upstairs. So my office is upstairs and I have to have my computer hardwired into the modem. So yes, I have a long cord that
Oh
goes
God, don't
from
you
my
hate that?
office to the modem because I'm not gonna call out Comcast to come and fix the issue
See,
so I can have the
Mrs.
modem
C
upstairs
gets it.
because it's
This is
probably gonna cost me too for them to come
this
home.
is when having friends with power tools is really important because I just like when I moved my office to 4 different rooms in this ranch since I've been here. And every time I need to have the wire moved, because I also would hardwire in. I wasn't doing the wireless, not with the financials and all that other stuff. It just took too much. I wanted hardwired in for the
Yeah,
uploads and the downloads because I'm in
it
other
has
people's
mine.
systems, getting information and stuff. So damn, a power drill and then a whole bunch of coax cable, and they were rewiring all over. Like I got a hole in a corner in almost every room in this house that the cable comes up in to try to rewire it, and then we would staple it so you can't see it,
Well, I
till
did splice when I had cable. I spliced that and ran that to every floor. But
Yeah, we've
well,
tried to.
spliced cables can affect your signal and stuff too. It's worth investing in an actual long enough cable or an adapter.
yeah, but that was for the TV, not for my internet.
Oh, okay.
Also, whoever owned this house before me, they must have run a business because there's like 8,000 phone cords and stuff stapled to
Mhm.
the ceiling in the basement, and the inspector goes, "You know what? I
Where?
just leave those. I don't know what they all are." I was like, "All right."
Okay, well, thanks.
Mhm. Yeah, because
That
if you go to
helps.
pull them out, you don't know which one is the one for your phone line.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. So
Damn. So the way they running like it could have been a book. We could make up a really good story. Your home was the discreet little bookie palace for all the for the mafia.
I don't know.
Ooh,
Maybe it was the
Mhm.
startup of. How long have you been living there?
a while.
Well,
That's
in
been
your
10 years.
area, there's a lot of booking. Like, there's a big industry for bookmaking. They use a hot place for
I
the
was gonna say
games, for sports
maybe,
games, gambling. Yep.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe there was a bunch of people that's where crypto started in your basement.
Oh,
Could have.
oh my gosh, JuJu's the new crypto queen. Who would have thought? Wow, she's
Well,
the
and
secret
like I
crypto
mean, the
queen.
candy store Jim is clearly
Yeah.
that's where they
Mm-hmm.
launder the money through and all that.
Probably, I'm telling you, look,
They
we
got
can make a
caught.
nice little story about that. Hey, Gadio. Hey, Teresa. Good to see you. It's nice to see everybody here. What has everybody else been doing all week? I know what I was doing all week. What you guys do all week?
What I did all week was work first off,
Mm.
but I waited too dang long for the new seasons of Bridgerton. Finished it within 2 days. Would have finished it in one night if I could have stayed up. But now I gotta wait a month to get the second half. I just gotta say,
Uh,
Netflix, you need to stop doing this. Stop
Oh, they only
doing
released
part.
half this.
Yes,
mhm.
they only released half. They only released 4 episodes. What am I gonna do with 4 episodes?
That's not even enough to binge. Like, I can't stand
That's what
it.
I'm saying.
Okay, and
I've almost had it done in one night.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, and 4 is reasonable to watch. And see, I hate Netflix because I don't binge watch shows. So, like, if you get me to watch 2 in a row, kudos to you.
Get off those stairs now.
Mm. Ooh,
Sorry, couldn't leave
that's
you
okay. JuJu, she told you don't go get
I
off the
know.
stairs.
Because I thought I'd go mess with that modem.
I know. I was like, she saw you going down the basement. You better stop. Hey, Liz, what the heck is going on with your new name? But hello, how are you? I'm Karen. If I didn't say hi, hello. My goodness. Mm-mm.
In the
Mm.
picture.
I'm telling you. You know what? Oh, jeez. It's been like crazy. I'll tell you, like, some of the animes that are coming out, like, I was watching Demon Slayer. Maybe Mrs. C knows because she watches some of the anime too.
I
And they
haven't
were
watched
coming,
that yet because it's an
they
hour long. Like, I
they
don't
put
have
they put
time.
I know they put all of the like notices out. You better catch up with season 3 as if it was going to disappear from Netflix. And also we binge watched the whole thing. Now they got season 4 coming out and they're doing it 1 episode a week. And my mindset is so different from that now. Like, I remember back when shows would come out and you had to wait every week
I knew,
Yeah.
but
to
I
watch
think
the
it's
show.
better that way.
I don't know. I like binge watching now. I cannot wait. Like, I tried
I
to watch
can't.
Solo
Yeah,
Leveling 1 a week, waiting for the
it's
English
hard.
dub. And I was like, this is
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
Now I
See,
gotta
that's the
binge.
problem. Waiting for English dub made it probably a lot
Right.
longer.
Now I gotta watch the whole series again, like binge watch it just to know really what happened because you miss so much in the plot. You really do. You
See,
miss.
I miss it when I binge watch. I think my brain, like, first of all, people hate to watch TV with me if they're binge watching because I wander away and don't come back, or I fall asleep.
I
I
fall
just
asleep a lot. Yes, I do.
and I cannot. I'll be like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "We just watched 5 episodes in a row, and you don't know who that is." And I'm like, "I think
Oh,
I
you're the worst. You actually come back and go, "What's going on?" Somebody fill me in, and they're like,
no,
"Get
I don't."
the hell
Because when
out
I
of
walk
here."
away, I'm like, I'm done. Like, and always know it's gonna happen because I'll be like, "I'm gonna go get a drink," and then you hear me like washing dishes or something. And I'm like, I'm out. I can't. I just can't binge watch. I mean, I can binge watch like when I had cable, I would save every show I watched, and then Thursday night, I would come home and I would put on my pajamas and I would eat leftovers and then I would watch TV all night. And it was fantastic. But I watched all different shows.
Yeah, I used to do that with like The Sopranos and Boardwalk Empire. These were cable shows that came on at night. And like I had a really tough work schedule, plus, my
Same,
private
that's what I
business,
did.
plus
Because
I was an employee. I had no time. So like I would binge watch on the weekends, a couple episodes at a time.
see, I always did it on Thursday night because then I could have a few drinks. I was mildly hungover on Friday, but who cares? It's Friday. And then like I would get a delicious coffee Friday morning.
Oh, so you were from
Yeah.
Thursday night. See me, I wouldn't even get to do any of that till Sunday. Because like I would work all week. Friday night I would go out, but I had to work Saturday. I had private clients on Saturday. So it was
Well, I
rough.
worked for Juice, so we closed early on Friday. So it was like a half day.
Yeah, so did I, but they made us work because they couldn't.
I know. That's what Jews do. It's brilliant.
That's a terrible thing to say. We're not being anti-Semitic here. It's just like that's a terrible trope to fall on there.
No, well,
But
my Jews would
I
joke
did
about it.
work.
They'd be like, "That's why we hire you,
I
so
tell
you
you,
can cover us."
I tell you a funny joke, and it just shows that my mother-in-law was just not right. She was just not right. Um, she cried to her sister because I had all the holidays off. Um, all the special holidays because I did. I was doing the books and I worked for a company. They practiced all the they were very religious and they practiced all the holidays. So that all of those holidays, everything was closed. So I had them off. And then at the time, I was having stomach issues. And she asked me what I wanted for dinner when she first met me. And I said, I can eat anything, but I don't eat pork. So she got on the phone that night and cried to her sister. And my ex heard her that her nice Catholic son was going to marry a Jewish girl. She never asked me. She hadn't even really met me more than 15 minutes yet. And
Oh
that's
my.
what yeah.
I mean, I can see why she drew that conclusion, though.
Yeah, and you know what? This is why like we are still really good friends. He let her believe that for a really long time.
Oh my goodness.
He let her believe that for at least 2 years until we were like really seriously like going to get married. Like he let her believe it. And so did the sister. The sister knew because she talked to me, right? Actually, the sister, his aunt, who I was really kind of close to, was really funny and really good natured person. And she called me up and she introduced herself and we hit it off really well. And we were like talking all the time. Like she would come visit, she would like bring stuff and invite me for coffee or whatever whenever she came down to visit her sister. It's like, but not with her sister, like just me and her, like somewhere, And she let her believe it too, because she knew it wasn't true. And she just like because this woman was just a little judgmental. She was really just way too judgmental. And so we kind of like snarkily tortured her a little bit about it. It was funny. Because, even if I was, so what? If he's happy and I'm happy, like, so what?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were saying. Like, so what? Well, yeah. But have you, Mrs. Cassandra, have you ever worked anywhere where you have a different schedule than everybody else around you, like that? I have.
Yeah, I pretty much all everywhere I've worked, they never really had the same schedule as like my mom. Like even now, my husband and I are opposites because he works graveyard and I don't.
Does he like
So
working graveyard?
he he only does because he hates driving during the daytime.
All right,
But
I get that.
other than that, no, he's just been doing it for so long. He's just whatever.
Because I
I
used to
don't know.
work it, and it always made me laugh. Like I would go buy beer in the morning when I got off work, and people are like, "You have a real problem." I'm like, "It's my evening." Like,
I have that
Yeah.
now. My schedule's like totally opposite most people's that I deal with. Like that I'm in contact with, I should say. It gets crazy, but then it turns. It just goes in cycles. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but apparently Mousy has stole the whole chat to go to some commune with a pond that they're building. They're all leaving. I don't know what's going on here.
I guess we're not entertaining enough.
Yeah, I guess
we
we're
don't. We
not.
sure don't beat a pond.
Yeah, that's
No,
okay.
don't beat the commune, the pool
That's it.
boys.
That's it. Oh,
That's
well.
the thing. They're mainly doing it for the pool boys. That's what it looks
Have you
like.
seen Pool Boys? Definitely do it for the Pool Boys.
Yes, there's a certain
Yeah.
like if you're gonna be a pool boy, it's like almost a requirement that just have that laid back, tousled hair, pretty decently in shape. I don't care about showing off most of my body to the sun,
Yeah.
you know. And what gets me is they do it all barefoot. So I finally asked somebody, does your pool boy show up without his shoes on? Or does he like take his socks, his shoes, and everything off? Is he stripped down to be in the backyard in his shorts and nothing else? Like, what happens?
Me too.
Half the
I
time
need
you
the
don't
drill.
even see the pool boy. They just come in and do their thing. And
What?
then, yeah. Like they'll
What
come
for?
in at like 6 a.m. or whatever.
I protest. What's the sense of having a pool boy if you don't get to watch?
Right?
Yeah.
You need to get yourself a gardener like the one that was on Desperate Housewives.
Oh, the one they shared? They
Mm.
all hired the gardener? Yes. I remember that.
Was he real good looking?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
They gotta oil up, right? Thank you. Look at the trees.
Gabriella,
Yes,
she was actually
Oh, yeah.
sleeping with him.
Yeah, well. Yeah. That was a funny show. That used to come out weekly too.
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives. That was
Weekly is
yeah, I
the
love
way
that
to
show.
watch shows. I stand by that.
Do you remember Friends parties? Like, I remember my friends used to watch Friends, like tape it and watch it, have a party to watch it.
Oh
Or
my
we would
goodness.
go out and watch it in a bar. There was a bar that would do Friends night and we would watch
Oh
it
my
there.
god.
We did that with Dead Like Me. But Friends wasn't really my favorite show.
Yeah, back before there was a thing that you could record TV, had to, we used to have to record it with the VCR, and I was doing that with Smallville. Like, so when my husband would come over back when we were still going out, he would come over in the mornings because yes, he was working graveyard then. Um, he would come over in the mornings, and we would watch Smallville.
I used to do that with Trading Spaces. Remember that show?
Oh yes.
I would record it, and the guy I was dating at the time, he would be like, if you want to watch that show.
Oh, don't you love
And
it
I was
when
like,
they say that show? Show? Oh my god.
Well, and then I'm like, you want to watch it, but you want to blame me for
Yeah,
watching.
exactly.
Like, oh, I have to watch
Come
it
on,
because the
that
broad
show
I'm
was-
dating is into
that-
it.
That show was funny. I love Paige Davis, first of all. She's just all kitchen giggles. And she's like, she's adorable. But it was funny, especially when the homeowners got pissed.
Which,
like, I hated.
Why would you
I hated
ever
it when
go
they were
on that
happy.
show? Because they just trashed every room.
Listen, the worst thing you could do is go on that show and try to tell Hillary or that other guy, was it Brian? Who was the guy? Doug or Hillary, what you don't want.
First
Because
of all,
that's
I would
what
be
you're
like,
gonna
you
get.
guys filled out your paperwork incorrectly. You put all the stuff that you love down as the stuff you hate. And then, because you got
to do
when people are like, you can use any color but brown, and then the whole room was brown.
Did you remember that? The whole room was brown. she walked in and walked out.
Yeah, she started crying, and her husband's like,
crying.
"Oh no,
no, I'm gonna pay for this." Like, yeah, it was gonna be really, really bad.
Yeah, but they did terrible things to people's houses. Like when they glued straw to the wall.
When they had children in the house, yes, that was a bad thing.
And then one of them, Hillary, was it?
How
Hillary?
about all the flowers, the fake flowers in the bathroom?
That's the one I was just gonna say. And they stapled them to the wall. And I'm like, that's just gonna be so filthy and mildewy.
Yes. Next episode, mold 101. How to actually
didn't the one that the whole brown one said that she's like I specifically said no brown, and I think didn't she say you guys are redoing this?
Yeah, I'm sure she tried.
Yeah, they did not redo it because I'm sure that's in the contract. Like
sure
they blow town 10 minutes after the reveal is filmed.
Oh yeah, they were packing. you could hear them packing.
I think their neighbors came over and helped them repaint though.
I'm sure they felt bad if they still wanted to be neighbors.
But it got like progressively worse. Like they were trying to mess with people, and I just thought it was so like it got kind of heartbreaking where you're just literally jacking these people's houses up for your own entertainment.
Well, yeah, because
Mhm.
like Hillary and Doug both had the attitude with like, listen, we're the designers. You're paying for our professional. If you knew what you were doing and what you really wanted, you wouldn't need us.
Yeah,
Like
but
they really.
remember when Hillary like brought sand in and dumped it in that circus room?
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah.
what if you walked into your house, straw was glued to the walls, and the floor was covered in sand?
Who does that?
Hillary.
Jerk.
Mhm.
And oh, we're the designers. We see it. They're like,
Yeah.
no, that's come on. If you brought a Ziploc bag of sand and dumped it on the floor in my house, I would be livid. Let alone pounds and pounds of it. Anyway, maybe I'm still not over it. That show emotionally scarred me, but I did love it.
Yeah, it was a good one. Ross and Rachel, yay or nay? Uh,
No.
nay. You know why? They were both so self-absorbed idiots. I wanted to smack each of them like during the whole relationship, on and off again.
And they weren't respectful of each other.
They really weren't. I mean, okay, here's a better one, Couch. Was he on a break? Were they on a break? That's the big one right there, because that's why I really don't like Rachel. Because if they broke up and then he went with somebody else, they were on a break. Like they broke up. She did it. And then she held it over his head forever.
Well, but I mean, he got drunk, didn't he?
No, he met somebody. He met Emily, remember? The English one.
No, that's when he met Emily.
I thought so.
I thought he didn't they just have a fight and then he went out, got drunk, and like
I don't know. It's like I don't even remember all the
We were
details.
on a break.
I just know that when it came to typical reactions to stuff, they were just so on the mark with like the trope. Like this is how a crazy ass woman acts, like when you do this, and this is how a guy who just can't keep his head out of his own ass acts when he does this. And like, it was just so typical. I just wanted to smack them both. Like really.
I
Like,
did think Ross was the funniest one on that show, though.
because he was deadpan funny. He was just
Yes.
he was just like didn't make a big deal out of being funny. But I love Joey. Like I would want Joey as a roommate. He was hysterical.
Well, and Joey, ironically, was the one who was respectful of Rachel.
And women in general. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and when you think about it, Joey was like, yeah. I would be okay if one of my friends dated Joey. I don't think I would date Jody. He's no. He's too goofy. I mean, it's one thing to be goofy and corny. I appreciate it, but you got to have all the other stuff too to balance it out, or I'm lost. Like, but if you're just like your whole thing is goofy, corny, lovable dolt.
I will
just not
say,
there. I'm not there.
okay, I do have an episode of that show that I love. And it's the
Mhm.
one where all the women put on the wedding dresses and are sitting around.
Oh yeah, the always a bridesmaid. Yeah, that one I remember. Okay.
And then they're like, this does make you feel better. That one did entertain me. Yeah, see, Rocket Couches together, they're terrible.
I get that. That's totally how I feel. Like together, they were just like the toxic trope. Like why people shouldn't be together. Yes, on a break, but he's still the a-hole for it. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, because it was like the night they had the argument.
Well, you know what? Because it is hard to say. You can't on the one hand say you're it for me, baby. You're the one. Like it's only you, and then get drunk and and except for that one time. Except for that one time.
Well, it didn't count. I was drunk. We were on a break.
Wait, I was drunk. We were on a break, and so then you weren't it right then. I was tapping that. Like, no. I get it though. But you don't get to throw people away and then just like make them accountable for what they do. Like they can just do what they're gonna do, Then he didn't know or anything. I don't know. She just I just can't stand her whining. Like Rachel whining is cringe.
Look what Mousy said. You know whose relationship I admire? Homer and Marge Simpson.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because he's a lovable dolt and she doesn't expect anything more.
And how cute does he look when he puts his little readers on?
Homer Simpson with his readers.
I think he looks adorable in his little glasses.
He looks like his grandpa, like when they showed Grandpa
Well,
Homer
Grandpa, I love Grandpa.
with the three little hairs coming off the top of his head. I know too much about The Simpsons, apparently. Let's not even get into South Park.
South Park I never watched.
No?
Mm-mm.
South Park like tells the future. You have to watch South Park. How do you
Well,
know?
so does The Simpsons.
So does The Simpsons. Well, how do you know what's going on in the world if you don't watch these shows? Like, seriously. They are like the societal interpretation of everything that's going on.
See, we've discussed this
cartoon.
before. The
It is
shows
so
I watch,
cartoon.
no one else watches. So I'm just
The
over here
Hallmark
alone.
movies.
Okay, well, the Hallmark movies, that's different.
Hello,
Just
Deep
messing
State.
around.
Ah, good to see you.
And I found a channel on YouTube that puts out a new Hallmark-esque movie every week.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Some of them are real terrible. So that makes it even more fun. You'll be like, there's not even extras in this movie. Like,
What? They have like only what the main 5 characters that they have in every single one.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's sad. And you know what? And to hear you actually say that, I'm actually giddy on the inside a little bit.
Well, you know, I mean, I recognize how bad Hallmark movies are, but I love them.
It's good. It's good to watch. Like I used to watch some reality TV. It used to be my brain mush stuff. Like when I don't want to think and I just want to be, whatever. I used to watch that. I used to watch the one with the yacht. Below deck. Below
Is
deck.
that the one, Grace Case? Is that the one you watch?
Below
Keep
deck.
eye
They
on
have
it?
several
think she
versions of
does.
it. It's got a
Yeah.
chef usually, and then there's all the stewards and everything, and they've got to entertain. The one I used to watch had Hannah on it, and then I went to the watch that had Captain Sandy, and then Captain Sandy did this really bullshit stuff with this Mila girl, and I just I gave up on that. I just trashed it. But this is how I met YouTube. I used to watch all these stuff, the reality TV and the YouTube channels that used to talk about it. That's how I met a lot of people on YouTube.
I mean, I still watch The Challenge, but
what is that?
that's the MTV one where it was Real World versus Road Rules. And
really?
Then, yeah, I still watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on like they're gonna do the 40th season, and I'm like, good God, I've watched this for that many years.
I have not watched any of it. It's been on for all that long, and I've never watched it. You know what? The last reality thing I watched, and it hasn't been around. It was called Hunted, and it was like you got money, and you were like a group of people. Like it was like a couples, either married or friends or business partners or whatever, and you had to go off the grid. And they used all the surveillance and all the agencies to try to find you, and you had to like do these different tasks and stuff and make it so many days, and you could win like a lot of money.
What? That sounds really fun.
It was fascinating the way they were trying to find them and stuff. So they had one team trying to find everybody, and then there was all these people, out, and they would set up like, I remember this one where they paid for a private plane to fucking make it like they went someplace, and they actually diverted everybody so they could finish the quest. They actually thought that they did all this, but they actually had to spend some money to do it. But you could only spend a certain amount of money, so you had to use you had to make bargains and trips and convince people to help you, because you didn't have money. You weren't allowed to use your own funds or your own stuff.
And did you have to convince people to not snitch on you to the people trying to find
you? They had to get this guy with the private plane to do this for them. Yeah, because
Do you think you would succeed if you were on that show?
Are you asking him if I'm devious enough to go off grid and never be found again?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Because when I'm smart, I'm smart. But when I'm a dumbass bear, I'm a dumbass
See, that's
bear.
what I think about myself. I'm like, I think I'd do amazing, and then I would blow it in such a like
A
spectacularly
stupid
dumb way.
Yes, like, you know.
That's like when you're playing, like when you play hide and seek, and someone they're getting close to you, and you start laughing.
Yep, exactly. When you're doing it.
Like,
All right, Couch, I would say yes. You could call that her interest of the week. She was crushing on Homer big time. Yeah.
Listen,
interest
but
of the week. Oh no, how many?
It's a bingo square. Couch has been busy. He revamps it for us all the time. Like he's been,
Who
it's
was
actually
your
very
interest
entertaining.
last week?
I forgot. I'll bet you she does too, so she changes them so often.
Flavor of the week, huh?
I'm teasing, Juju. I'm teasing. I don't mean that. Nobody take that seriously. She's not like that. It was just
or
an
am
easy
I?
joke.
No.
It's all over. It's already all over.
It was
Twitter.
low hanging
They're like,
fruit.
clip,
And I
Juju's a
really shouldn't
whore.
have did
No.
it. Yeah, I really shouldn't have did that. Like that was
It's already
that was
clipped.
terrible.
It's gonna be Mocking Media's next video.
Oh,
The
we should be
JuJu
everywhere. I
B.
mean, yeah, I'm sure several things that we said could be taken out of context. So let them have at it. I know I don't mean any harm to anybody. So let's go.
No.
Juju knows
I think it would
love
be an
her.
honor to be a Mocking Media video, honestly.
Well, you were, weren't you?
Yeah, but he didn't post it.
He
Mhm.
didn't.
It was that.
Oh
He
wait,
just did
is
it
that
for
one? Did
Mayhem.
you? I was
He
just
did.
gonna
No,
say,
you're the
'cause
voice
I
of the
remember seeing it.
Tito's. No, you were the voice of Tito's. He did post it.
That too, yes. I did
Yeah.
that. But I'm thinking like
Mhm.
the one where he did the mock shop.
Oh no, he just did one just for
The
you. He did it for you to have personally, but he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was just for fun for I think it was like for like a Mayhem too. But yeah, it was that Oreo flavored lube that was like 5,000 calories or something like that.
Yep. Yeah.
That's so foul.
He was pretty bad about it. If you do those mock shops, you got to read like all the Amazon
You have
do.
to
things.
pause them.
He
and
You
really
read
do.
them.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
They custom create each one, and it's got like all the little fine print and everything. It's like really lit. It puts a
But
lot of
that
detail
is
in
what makes it fun because it'll like flick to the next scene and you'll be like, did I just read that? And you'll like go back and be like,
it. Yeah.
oh, it did say that.
Yeah. Tell the others I say hi. Research Weenie Earth. Okay, Rocky. We will. There you go. That's a bingo. Trying to fill those squares, are we? Okay.
At least he did it a creative way.
I thought about pulling up like 5
here
of
goes-
our bingo cards today and then being like, all right, we're not going to talk about any of these things.
Yeah,
But I
like,
think we've
good
already
luck.
talked about everything.
Good luck. I think we already did all of it. And here goes Fish Nerd. I did not poke the bear. I did not. Oh, hi, Couch. That's a total Tommy Wisser. Tommy W has entered the chat in the stream. It's a room reference. You can check it off.
Where is Mark?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, Mark. We miss you, Mark.
Well, hopefully, if he's not here, he's actually sleeping or doing something fun because it's like morning there where he is. So hopefully, he's having an awesome Monday.
I thought Rabbits was supposed to join us one of these days.
He was. And then something came up. He got some you know how I am about in real life. Is in real life first always. Like this stuff is all just hobby stuff on the side. And something came up that he had to do. And like I let everybody know, if you want to join, just let me know. I will drop you a link. I will drop a link for people to come up. It's a casual Sunday. How does
But
one?
you have to be someone that is known.
Yeah. Like I don't have a lot of tolerance for shenanigans. Like
We are
actually, I shouldn't really say that. I do have a lot of tolerance for shenanigans, but I don't have a lot of tolerance for shenanigans.
Dude.
I guess I actually have two minds about it. Like
Well, there's two different kinds of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All I can say about that is like, comment me right, or you're not gonna like how it is. That's all I would say. I mean, I think that pretty much sums it up. Like,
Well, I'm just saying
yeah.
we're not here for getting peen bomb. That's not happening.
Well,
Exactly.
that depends. If it's funny, I don't care. Like, really, it don't mean anything to me. Not like, not that I'm looking for it, but that's not the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, I know some people that will take a link just to come up and like ruin your stream,
Yeah,
or just come up to like, do something to get you taken down, or
yeah,
to
like
fight, or
that
do
has
stuff like that.
happened where
I mean, like those people that don't come in on their real accounts, they got to use like fake accounts, and they come in to start trouble because like they got no goddamn spine to do it in their real name with their real issues that they say they have, but they come in here and just like do that kind of stuff, like that. Like, that's why I say, come at me right, or you're not gonna like what you get, because I'll meet your energy, and I can trust you, and I can trust you. It'll be more intelligently heard, and it'll be a better point, and it'll actually hit. Like, not like these fucking trolls that come in here under somebody else's name and go, "How old are you? Where's that accent from?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Well, I hate it because we're all be like goofing and chatting, and then the trolls come in, and you're like, we were having fun, and now you jerks are here.
yeah.
I like having fun. Like, I could have some fun with a troll. You know what my favorite thing to do is? Like, expose that troll for actually whose sock it actually is. Like, the half the freaking world doesn't know but won't say. Like, I'll do it. Come in my chat. I'll do it. Mm-hmm.
Well, good thing I have no socks.
I don't have. Everybody accuses me of having all these fake accounts. I'd like them to show one bit of proof. I have no fake accounts anywhere. I'm out here with my name, myself, the whole time, 4 years, since 2016. Like, get on the bus, people. Seriously, get out
My
of
sock
town.
account is like be JuJu.
Yes, like really. I used one account to help a friend out once. It was my mom's old account, and that friend knew it was my mom's old account. I helped mod a situation where somebody was having trouble where the mods were getting blocked, and
Yeah.
so I needed a backup mod account to see stuff, and that's all I've ever used my fake account for. That and it's not even a fake account. It was my mother's real account. So whatever.
Well, I'm Claire's sock.
You're my sock?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
your sock. Yeah, I am you, but in a different room using a different
Damn,
accent.
I did not know that I was you now too. Like, is that added to the list of people that I am?
No, I'm just saying that because you have
Because
so many
apparently,
socks. So I'm
I
one
mean,
of your
I
socks.
mean,
I thought we
I'm-
decided one day that everyone was like, we're all
yeah,
Claire.
we're all
yeah, we're
Claire.
all Claire. Like, Claire is so, like, I'm just so amazing. I am everyone, and everyone is me. We are one.
I felt like we should start singing right there. Like, I'll hold hands and
was-
just start like.
I was one with
Like,
someone
could we-
earlier today.
Oh, well, that sounds exciting. Hopefully, it was rewarding.
Oh, very. It's always rewarding.
Okay. Question
know
from
how-
Couch.
You know how to do it.
I do. Would you say you tolerate shenanigans, but when they escalate to fuckery, you draw the line? True. If you escalate to fuckery, it better be good fuckery, or I'm going to show you how it's done. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Define good fuckery. Please.
Oh no.
Spaghetti
Here
and
we
fried
go.
chicken. Yeah, all right. Like, very funny spaghetti and fried chicken in the best.
And then
I
we
did
got
not use a sock
No.
account to leave this message. I did not. Okay, Tommy Wizaro. Very clever.
I think
Now
I think
everyone's
Kishner
again.
just
Did you actually make that just to do that? Because all it's going to do is get banned from the channel. Bye.
See, it would take me half an hour, 45 minutes to make another account. I'd be like, how do you do this again?
And you know what? I got banned because you're obviously somebody that's here on the channel that talks regularly and just thought that was funny to create a sock account to do that. Well, Like, come make your jokes in your real name or get the fuck out of here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, all is
Ah,
right in the world. Oh,
we
hi, Mark.
summoned him. Oh, hi, Mark.
I don't want to say we missed you, but damn, we missed you. Everybody
We
up here
did
was
miss
asking
you.
for you.
I was wondering, where is Mark? And we got Mousy on her one of her mousy counts. Like how many mousy counts does she
Mousy has 800 accounts.
Mouse.
Yeah, but they all
We
say
are the
Mousy, so you know
world.
they're her. And it's because she goes to different devices and makes different accounts. But they all say Mousy, so you know that it's her. So, you know, it's different.
Although one time she didn't have a phone for like a day. And then she contacted me under like every one of her husband's accounts. She was like, all right, this is me. But I'm over here. Like she was panicking without her phone.
Mm. I have like accounts, like I forget I sign into something and then I have to sign in again. And then like on the game account that we have, don't I have two? I have Claire Bear and Claire View because it keeps switching which one I log in as. Like I don't even know how it does that on my browser. Like I really don't.
I did have to make a new Duo
Yeah.
account the other
Well,
day.
I'm sorry, Couch, but I banned your sock account. I did. I channel banned it.
Why did you do that?
Why?
Yeah.
To prove a point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And look, he said, that's okay.
It's okay, Rocket. You knew it was going to happen because that's what I do to these people that call me without their names. You know. Yeah, that does count for poking the bear. Everybody, go and mark it off. Like, and he did a good job too. Works for you. I do like chicken though, and spaghetti is good. Like, I mean, you know, the name was spot on. Browsers are really ridiculous lately, deep stake innings. I would actually agree with that. They keep updating them.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
Mark.
Stop it, Mark.
That's right. Why poke a bear when you can stroke them like that?
What if
Like,
we
that was good.
add a square where we're like,
Yeah. Why
stroking a bear
poke?
made us all gag?
Yeah. This should be a new one. Stroke the bear into gagdom. Like that would be it. Like okay. Actually,
And then fish solved the losing socks and dryers issue. It's all
it
Claire's
is.
fault.
Yeah, I banned them. I just zap them right out of existence. That's it. Never to be seen again.
Everything is
There,
Claire's
Fishner.
fault.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sock in between my washer and dryer, and I look at it every time I do laundry, and I'm like, someday I'll come for you.
Like, do you
Have
feel
you
like
found the
bending over
mate?
to grab it?
Is the mate like somewhere obvious? Like every time you open the drawer, you're looking at it too. Don't
Yeah,
you
but
feel like you should reunite them? You know,
I
reunite them.
very rarely put socks on. Very rarely. Like
Well,
99% of the time I am barefoot.
where you're located, do you really need socks?
No. I mean, well, in the winter,
But
yeah, but
yeah,
like, but I also have hot feet, so nope.
I have cold feet. Like it could be hot outside. It could just be hot and my feet are still cold. Like why? Why does the world hate me? And then I put them on my husband. Makes it worth it.
Does he have hot feet?
He normally does, but sometimes they are cold, so he gets me back.
Yeah, it's real rare if I like people notice if I wear shoes or if I have socks on. They'll be like, "Are you okay? What's going on?"
That's me lately. Like depending on how much I have on, it's like, are you okay? Like especially if I have to go out and I'm fully dressed, shoes, socks, like everything, jacket, you name it, and then somebody sees me and they're like, "You just don't look like Are you okay?" No, I'm out in the real world. So, JuJu, do you leave the sock there to justify where socks go when you lose them? Just so you know, like the first place you
Oh
look.
my god.
I leave the sock there because there's nothing in my basement to like get the sock out with. You know, like I need a broom or something to like reach back in there.
You know what
Oh.
I actually have a grabber in my laundry room because of
Ninja cat
the
cat finger.
size of my dryers and stuff. And they have those little ledges just to peel the stuff, even the washer. Because when it spins like so high and then the socks are all against the back wall on the ledge and you got to peel them off. So I actually have a grabber to do that. So I don't have to climb inside the washer to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe to get a little
Do you have a front
grabber.
loader or a?
Both are front loaders now. Yeah.
See, I still have a old school one with an agitator top loader.
Yeah, well, I would
Yeah.
use it for that too because the
Same.
stuff is on the bottom. Don't you find you got to reach all the way down? Like, well, I'm short. You're not.
I was like,
short
I'm
as
not
I
that
am.
short.
Yeah, I'm only 5 foot, so it's a big thing for me.
Yeah,
But that
that is
grabber
a big
comes in
difference.
handy because, like, you know, when this, like, one of the softener bottle falls behind the washer, like, you can use a grabber to get it. You don't have to move the washer and, you know, try to sneak back there. You know, or the dryer, you know, dryer sheets or dryer balls or whatever you use. I use dryer balls. They're
I
always
use
rolling
dryer
all over the
balls
place.
too, and currently there's 3 missing, which means they're like rolled somewhere on my main floor.
They're always in like a pants leg or the pocket of a sheet when you go to make the bed. They're always in the weirdest places. And then you're like, how did I fold this and put it in the drawer and not realize there's a ball in it?
Yeah, I just did
Seriously.
it the other day. Like I was getting dressed in the morning. And I'm like, there's a freaking dryer ball in the pants of the leg of these
Yeah.
pants.
Like, how did I
Yes,
put them
deep
away
state.
without noticing?
Yes, deep state. We are all over the place with the conversations we have.
Well, why wouldn't we talk about sock accounts and then talk about real socks? Like that's a good conversational progression. Like that goes back to talk 101, right, JuJu? Come on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how I don't think we've talked about. Did we talk about food yet? Though
No.
that's one thing I don't think we've talked about yet, and that is rare. Very
Hey,
rare.
Cat. Hey, Cat Ninja. Thanks for joining. We hope we don't scare you away. This is getting crazy here. I can't reach Teresa. I can't reach in there. Like the top loaders drove me crazy, and I can't reach the back of the front loaders either without like climbing in there. I can't. So I use a grabber. Because the one thing I hate is when you're pulling the wet clothes out of the washer and you drop something on the way to the dryer.
See, I put
Always
a laundry
happens.
basket underneath in the path.
I do, but sometimes I miss, okay? And then, you know, and then I'm like, it does it have anything to do with like the 5-second rule? Do you rewash it or do you just try it?
It depends on what it is, but usually if you drop something, it's like underwear or like wash rags, and you're like, man.
I know, and I want my wash rags. I don't know about you, but my wash rags need to be pristine. Like
yes.
pristine. Yes. Mm-hmm. Who needs dryer balls? I dangled my balls in holy water. You could call it what the heck? You could call it sacrilegious. I would. Actually, I would. The heck, Mark. Now they're talking about dry balls. Who wants dry balls? No, people. That's not natural progression. That's what I get for saying the sock account thing was natural progression.
If the balls aren't getting wet, then something's not going right.
Somebody's not doing something right.
Yeah, the balls got to get wet too.
I never thought about everyone having so much trouble getting stuff out of the washer and dryer.
I'm just short.
Trying to scare you away, Liz. I like that you're here. I do. You've been here since the beginning, on and off, back and forth. I know sweaty balls. Hey, you know what? I got my first strike for that one. NBC said I couldn't play their sweaty balls clip from Christmas. I was when I did my Christmas stream on Mayhem. Remember that, Mrs. Cassandra?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live is uptight.
Well, it was NBC. They were uptight. They were just They said you cut it out or take the video down. Like,
You're like, all right. Calm down, NPC.
Mm-hmm. I didn't take it down. I just cut it out. Oh,
Yeah, I'm short. So like the washer we have here isn't too deep, but when I used to go do laundry at my parents, I would have to like pretty much almost fall in just to be able to reach to the bottom.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 foot.
You guys are both 5 foot.
Yeah, yeah, I'm short. Yep.
I mean, I'm not crazy tall. I was always the tallest gal in class, though.
yep.
I was always the shortest. I think
I
there's
was
like
always the shortest. Mhm.
I think there was one girl that was actually like shorter than me one time.
There was one
Uh,
other gal that her and I always, it was like switched between us, that who was the tallest, but it was always the two of us. I just can't imagine life that short.
Yeah, my cupboards are pretty high up.
Do you know that's what I was just thinking about? Kitchen
Yeah,
cupboard.
I have to get a stool, and even then I can't reach the top even with the stool.
I know, right? Like the step stool, we got like 3 steps on it, and you get
Yeah,
up there,
no.
and I can't reach the top cabinet anyway. I
Yeah,
can
I
get
have
to the
to.
top of the refrigerator and stuff, though.
Yeah,
Do you
I
guys
can.
rearrange, like, is your kitchen arranged differently because of that?
Of course, like the
Yes.
stuff that goes up, just like everybody. You know those cabinets on top of the refrigerator in some houses? Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody
Nothing
knows
goes
that's
in
where
there.
that's where you put stuff to go die. Like you
Yeah,
never want to, you don't use
I
it.
don't even know if
You
we
never
have
want to
anything in
see
there.
it again. It irks you. Like, your mother-in-law brings you like a present and you just tuck it up there.
But yeah,
No.
anytime I see something that is put on the like one of the higher shelves,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's obviously my husband that did it. I always give him this look, like you know what you did.
So
So now you
you are
gotta
the
come get
people
it.
who stop me in the grocery store and you're like, can you get that off that shelf for me? And I'm like,
No, but
no
I really
problem.
love the people that see me in front of an aisle and literally walk up to me and say, "Can I get something for you?" Like, because I am like just at 5 foot. There's like no doubt I'm not going to be able. Like even when it
Yeah,
comes to yogurt, like in the store that I shop to, the yogurt display, it's not just a couple of rows. It goes ceiling to floor, 3
Mm-hmm.
sections over with all the. And of course, I want the Swiss one in the little glass container that's all the way up there. I can't reach it, and so like I'll just be standing there just looking at the yogurts, and I just like love those people that come up. Can I help you reach something? And I see them. They do it to really short people like myself, and actually the men who walk up to the elderly and actually do that because their mothers raised them right. Hell to the yeah,
Yep.
brownie points all the way. I'm looking at you. I am looking at you, and I'm like, yup, that's damn well attractive. That is
that's why I used to
the
just
thing.
shop with my mom because my mom's taller.
Hmm.
Go, hey mom, you're going to the store? Okay, yeah, I'll go along with you.
Hmm. I hear you, Mousy. I do. I just have a thing for a tall man. I don't know. He's like, it's weird.
No, that's not weird. Everyone does.
Mm.
But also, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It doesn't, and I shouldn't be judgmental. I'm just saying that's
I'm
just been my
I'm
experience. It's
short,
just,
so anyone's taller than me.
yeah, everybody's taller than me. I mean, I'd say that everybody I dated is taller than me, but they've all been like the serious ones have all been over 6 foot. Yeah.
I've dated all heights. So, but most men are probably my height or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm
How
like
tall are you?
Mm-hmm.
5'8".
Okay, so you're about an inch
I,
shorter than my husband.
all right.
Yeah, see, like we're essentially the same height.
Yeah.
I have a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this code when Mousy says I married him so he can reach the high shelves? Is that code? Like she's trying to make us believe she married him because he was 6'5", but then she says something like that, and I think she's talking in code. I really do. I know you, Mousy. I can't believe
Maybe
that's
she
the only
likes to
reason you
climb.
married that man.
Yep.
When you reach the high shelves, okay. I'm saying
She's
that's
the
an
one that likes to
unintended.
climb.
That's an unintended innuendo for sure. Because like you did not marry that man so he could reach the shelves. There's no way. I don't believe you, Mouse.
I feel like the benefits, if you did make that decision, would wear off very quickly.
Very quickly. It's like all of a sudden it's like, I don't like the way you stretch when you reach for shelf number 2.
I don't like how you're putting everything on the top shelves now. Like, that's right.
Also, I come up to his waist, so I hear you, Mouse. Like I'm only 5 foot and being 5'2", I could tell. Yeah, 6'5".
Don't you wish you could? I wish I could like walk around as your height for a few days, like not a few days. I feel like that would be too much, but just for like a few hours, just see the world because I bet it looks totally different.
At 6'5", I'll bet you it does. Like you're looking at the let's face it, you're looking at the tops of people's heads. All the time.
I dated a guy who was 6'10", and he always would tell me, he'd be like, you know, her house is real clean, but you can't see the top of that cabinet in her bathroom.
I did actually get called out by somebody for saying, because they were tall, right? And I kept saying, you know, I'll bet you, you know, it's like as I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder because I'm rather busty. And people don't like look into your eyes when you're talking to, you know, just the same old line, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to him. You don't even know what kind of shoes. You don't even know what color shoes I'm wearing. He goes, that's a little unfair. I'm 6'5". I'm looking down at the top of your head, and there's your breast. Like I can't. No, you can't. He said,
I can't even get to your shoes.
He said, woman, if you didn't know what color shoes you're wearing, you wouldn't see them either. So don't give me that shit. It's like, bingo, you get date number 2. That's it. Like, that was it. Bingo. He's like, woman, be for real. You can't even see your feet. Don't pull that on me. I was like, okay, cool. That's cool. But yeah, because you are looking from the top, like down, like on top of people. It's a whole
You know what
angle.
I hated the most though? Like anyone who's over 6 feet. Because I have a privacy fence that's 6 feet. And you can just walk up and be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, stop it. like you've defeated the privacy fence.
Like the eyes from Wilson on like that show. Oh my god, I can't. The one with
Home
Tim
Improvement.
Allen. Home Improvement, yeah. Oh, Sal, we cannot talk about the jiggle food. She posted that they were so cute, right? But jiggly food freaks me out, Sal. Like they were really cute, but I didn't even want to smack it with a spoon. It was really like, did you see that, JuJu, on Twitter? Like,
no, I never go on Twitter.
Oh my god.
But I do follow Sal on Twitter. So.
There is that it's like a milk pudding and they make it into shapes, but it's real jiggly, like, you know, like a lot of Japanese desserts. I mean, it jiggled, it wiggled, it looked alive. She was like, isn't it cute? Yeah, it's really cute, but it freaks me out. Like I could not eat it. Like nope.
Wow.
It was really
I think she just likes to be so Sal, you like to be spanked with a spoon, huh?
I was just thinking that. I'm like,
I think it's a wooden one that she likes.
Mm-hmm.
I will show
it. I will show her, Sal. I'll go get it. You know what? I think I'm gonna show everybody. Is that okay with you, Sal? I'll go get it. Say no, because I'm searching now. Say no really loud in chat before it's too late.
What? Sal loves when we share stuff. I say.
Well, she tagged me, so it'll be easy to find because she tagged me so I could like freak out in front of everybody on Twitter. It was so romantic.
Do you get a physical feeling inside your body when you see jiggly food like that?
Yes, I'm telling you, it creeps me out. Like I could not eat jiggly food like that. It just yeah.
You know what does that feeling inside for me is stuff that's holographic. Like with ridges, you know, like 7-Eleven will do the Slurpee cups or whatever that for like movies, and it
I'm trying to I hope you all don't get freaked out like I do, because you're about to get exposed to
Ragged Couch. No.
No, I'm just gonna play the whole thing. And then
it's
I'll
a
show
video.
Yep. It's 24 seconds. Hold on. Let's see if Claire can tech today. This could be another bingo thing.
Jiggly
Okay.
food makes her wiggle.
See,
in the
isn't
mouth.
it cute?
Oh,
Look,
he is cute.
it's adorable, right? But watch, it
That's
goes
so
bad.
cute.
It goes bad really quick. You ready? Here it goes. Hold on. Buckle up, buckaroos. Here you go.
You know I'm gonna get
They move their heads pretty nice too.
Oh no, they ate his face.
Oh no.
Oh
They
no.
really got good neck action.
They
They
did
do.
have good
And just-
neck.
This is so cute.
How's that how I was looking?
That's it. Was it that? You want to bite them? I could not. I know it's Facebook. They were like talking to, wiggling at each other and stuff, and they were playing with them. I can't. I just.
I
can't.
would have eaten it.
I love the smacking with the spoon thing. That looked like a little bit of fun, But thanks for thinking of me. But I'm not eating that. I might play with it, but I'm not eating it.
Would you cut its face off and put it into your drink like that?
No. Are you kidding? The way those eyeballs were staring in the liquid afterwards? Hell no. They melted the little face. Like, no, I could not. I could not.
Yes,
That's the
Mark,
problem.
you
They're,
gotta
like,
know how
really
to use
cute.
the tongue. That is very true. Gotta use that tongue.
Mark's getting very specific, and I have no idea what to say. Like,
I'm not helping.
that's a new bingo square for you there, Rocket Couch. Actually silence the bear. Like, I had no words. I have no words. You don't gotta eat the jiggle kitty as long as you play with it.
They'll melt.
So,
You're
God
killing
bless,
me.
I love you.
You're killing me. I love you, Sal, but you're killing me. You're killing me. Yeah, I'll play with it, but I'm not eating it though. Thank you. Yes, trees. You can hashtag that. I'll be famous for that one. I'll bet you I'll get a few questions about that later. Like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'll play with it, but I'm not eating it. So, okay, let's make a poll. Can you eat jiggly food? It's a good one for me. There you go. How do we
What
word
if-
this?
Can you watch someone else eat jiggly food?
Seriously. I hope it does.
Because there's lots of jiggly wiggly foods like Jello. I am not a fan of Jello. I am not a fan of turning mousse with gelatin into this chocolate wiggly, like ruining the chocolate mousse by making it like with gelatin. I'm not into tomato aspect with shrimp eyes looking at me. Nope. None of this stuff. I just can't. I don't know. It's a thing.
I can't say I encounter jiggly food that often. If ever. I mean, I suppose Jello. Would you eat that, Mrs. C?
I probably would.
I would
It
too.
looks sweet.
I would take a bite out of it at least.
I'll put it in the coffee, what they did. I'll put it in the coffee and watch it melt. I'll be featured on Claire's True Crime.
Okay. I'm trying to start the poll here and it won't let me.
The woman that likes to melt jiggly food enjoys watching it suffer.
I found it shocking they cut the face off, though. I mean, I was like, what? Of all the things.
Maybe I'll melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Trees. If it's not edible, I will bite it to pieces and spit it in the trash can. It's so dramatic.
Oh my goodness. Look at Sal. What'd you do? Where did you turn this chat to?
That's South for
Exactly.
you.
Oh no. See, like
Okay.
Grace's internet took a massive dump too.
Oh, Grace, that stinks.
That
Is
does.
it?
All right, there we go. There's your poll, people.
I would have
Boring.
eaten the tush first, Mark Caesar.
Okay. So, do you enjoy eating jiggly wiggly foods, Juju?
I mean, I don't know if I enjoy it, but I don't have any aversion to it.
Hmm.
I find gritty foods worse.
Oh,
irritates me more.
that gets to me. If like it's supposed to be creamy or thick, and it's got like a grit, like a sandy grit, like
Yeah,
Or-
like if the sugar isn't like fully
Like
incorporated,
cake.
or
cake that's been done poorly, where you get like like
Mhm.
some grit of the ingredient. Oh,
or even grits. Sometimes I'm like, they are aptly named. These are gritty, and like
Mm.
they don't taste bad. It's just like that texture, and you're like, well,
I love grits though.
I know.
You should
I mean,
be.
I've only had them
You
a few
should be a
times.
bingo square. Sal says I should be a bingo square. How will Sal derail the stream? It's not derailed though. You know,
No, it's not, because it's just part
it's
of
like
it.
it's just adding to the
You just
content.
you added the mayhem with me. Thank you.
Yeah, but
Less
don't you
work
make
I
your
have to do.
yeah. You're taking the burden off, Mrs. C. But Juju, when you make your grits, don't you go for the creamy style grits? Like, don't you like,
I've never made grits.
Oh,
I mean, I
I'm not
maybe
really.
have eaten grits 3 times in my life.
I'm not really a fan myself.
oh,
They're
curdled
not really a
cheese,
thing around here.
dirty,
I had a
dirty. You,
fantasy. I love sand.
look, Mrs. Cassandra, dirty. Always try harder. Always.
I like it harder.
Hmm
I knew she was gonna say that. Hmm. I read that is defile the stream, which also works. It depends with the jigglies. Yep, you're the backup shenanigans starter. Absolutely. I like that. Yes, totally. Approved shenanigans all the way. Leftover grits are gross. I agree, Teresa. They're cold and gluey. Like they should never get cool.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
I like this one. Would you guys agree that Dirty Uncle Sal is the secret sauce of the channel?
It
It says
it's true.
She could be. You could be, Sal. You could be.
Sal is a gift.
Yes.
That keeps on giving.
Yes.
Mhm. I like
And
it.
secretly, we're all in love with Sal. Actually, not so secretly. I will pronounce it loud and clear.
Oh my god, there are no jiggly food haters in this chat.
Is there any?
Exactly.
They said yes, and they said depends on what made it wiggle. Because I said, do you enjoy eating jiggly wiggly foods? And I wanted to say depends on the jiggle and what made it wiggle, but the damn poll only gives me 35 characters and it made me edit it out.
Like if
Oh,
it
see,
was a
I
bowl
love
of
hush
wiggly
puppies.
worms, would you eat it?
Nope. I don't even like gummy worms. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
But I like gummy bears because they don't wiggle.
See, I don't really like the gummy candy. It's all right, but I would never seek
It
it
has
out.
to be a certain consistency of chewy for me. And like, I'll eat a gummy bear. They're not my favorite. You know what I really like? Ginger chews. Like ginger chews. That's about as gummy as they get.
I've never had those.
They're like it's like ginger, just regular ginger with sugar. Yeah.
I find that anytime I eat a gummy bear, I'll get excited for it, and then I'm massively disappointed when I consume it.
Hey, Sal, stop telling secrets in the chat. Like stop it. Like stop it. That's between you and me, girl.
I do like edible gummies. Correct, Mark Caesar.
I do
I'm
like
evidently a
edibles.
liar. I eat those on a regular basis.
Yeah, but they're not the little teddy bears, and they're not like the ones that I get aren't even sweet. Like I get sour gummies, and I like ginger chews. Oh, they are really good and spicy, aren't they? Look at the trees, like they burn a little bit. Like it, I like it. They open up. Hello. Oh,
Everyone
hi,
behave
Record.
now.
Record's here.
Behave.
Like, okay. Yep.
Behave,
Yeah.
Claire.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about Sal's gummy worm that I apparently like. Clicks in the chat because I'm gonna get one. Let me
Isn't
get my
it?
butt
Doesn't
handed
she
to me.
keep it? Doesn't she keep it in the van?
She
Oh,
does.
yeah.
It's very special, and she's right. I do like her gummy worm.
Just clean it up
Mhm.
after your use, please. Thank you.
I always do. We've got the best. That wasn't a secret. That was as documented on our earlier Twitter interactions. Yes, it was. It was out there for everybody to see.
We got the eyeballs in the chat. You in trouble now, Claire? You in
What?
trouble? I'm just kidding.
Why am I in trouble?
Your
What did I
record's got
do?
them eyeballs. Records
I'm
popping.
innocent. Innocent, I say. I'm innocent.
As innocent as I am. Right.
Oh God, why don't you just throw me under the bus, Cass? Like,
No, I'm not eating.
you're saying
just
I'm as
laughing.
innocent as you? You say I'm as innocent as you. Now I'm done for. Like, damn, going to be double eyeballs pretty soon. They're triple eyeballs.
That's all he's going to be putting in chat. That's all he's going to be able to put in chat.
Mm.
Is some eyeballs because he just can't believe what he's hearing.
Oh, he's taking
Oh,
notes.
no.
This ought to be good. This ought to be good. No, it is true. Like Sal and I had some fun on the my gummy worm is a glorious and should nearby fall. I practice my helicopter swinging. And I agree. I agree. That's right. Honor that gummy worm. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And that's why we love Sal.
Yes, we love Sal.
Like I said, less work for me.
I'm telling you, Sal, I'm not dissing your gummy worm at all. But
Innocence isn't an absolute quantity.
no, it isn't. It's yeah, it comes in steps, and it does wane too. It goes aft and wanes. Now for a bingo, I just need someone to either talk about others or not talk about others.
No, don't read it. Don't read it. Because that might count.
Reading it doesn't count.
Reading
Just
doesn't
saying the
count.
word. No, it doesn't count. I said the word otters. And I also thanked people for otters already. So I don't know why you didn't cross it off.
Well, because thanking them for otters isn't talking about otters.
I want some of those. The record, like he was showing me these gummy cola bottles last night. They actually taste like Coca-Cola, but they're gummy, like a gummy bear.
They make
And
those
they're
here.
just, yeah, they're really, really, they do? Because
Yeah.
I never seen them. I'm going to have to go look.
Yeah, I've seen them. They also make little wax ones with like goo inside them.
No, I don't like those. That's what I thought they were at first. And I was like, that's disgusting. But you know, I said, what do you bite the head off and then drink the stuff? And I was like, what are you talking about? It's a gummy. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, it really is a whole gummy, just colored different, like dark on one end and light on the other. And then you just chew it and it's got the flavor.
Are they cola flavored?
Yes, what he said. I didn't get to eat them. I just got to watch him eat them.
Well, I'll get you some. They sell them around here.
Okay, cool. Just means I can check off bingo boycott.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, you added a bingo boycott square? Brilliant.
Oh goodness.
He is brilliant. Like he just
freaking cuts it off before he's like, all right, challenge accepted.
Do we want to link to them? You could drop it in the chat, Mr. Mod. There, you got superpowers. You do what you want. Yep.
I have to drop off. I gotta make some hamburgers.
Make some hamburgers. Thank you for joining us. You
Yeah,
stayed a
thank you
long
for
time
having me.
today.
Yeah,
No,
I did.
it's always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for having me. and
Mhm.
I will be in chat listening until you
Okay.
guys end in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
we've had a hard time getting our butts offline lately. Like it's been
And
difficult.
Yeah, it's hard.
online.
Yeah.
Apparently,
That's the
we had
problem.
trouble starting. Yeah, we didn't even start on time because we
No.
were just
Whoop.
yeah.
Yeah. I will be in chat. Thank you.
Mhm.
Bye.
Enjoy the burgers.
Yep, I will.
Enjoy. Devil anything? I hear you, Ricker.
Do you have
Okay.
a favorite candy?
Me?
Yeah.
Lately? I do lately.
Is
and
it
it's
Hokey Pokey?
Well, Hokey Pokey's my favorite flavor that they're adding to a lot of things lately. A new flavor that I did not know existed that I'm like all down for. But I have to say my favorite candy, because I don't eat a lot of candy. I do eat chocolate. Yes, I eat chocolate. But I like nuts and snacks and popcorn. And when it comes to candy, there's two things. Sour Fijos, which I can't get a hold of because I'm not in New Zealand or Australia. That I got addicted to. Fijo, yes. I know you called it.
I
I
should
know
have
you
known
called
that
it
because you do talk about this a lot.
because I'm obsessed with them. They taste. Here's the problem with sour Fijo candy. It tastes just like the fruit, and I know it because I ordered a case of the fruit in for the holidays and ate it with the sour Fijo. Like they taste just like it. And hokey pokey flavor is really good because it's like the best way to explain it, Grace, is if you know how marshmallow tastes a certain way, but when you toast marshmallow, it tastes different.
Yes.
Okay, so if you took that toasted marshmallow flavor, upped the vanilla a little bit, and put a tinge of honey to it, you'd have hokey pokey. It is freaking fantastic. But it's like a toffee when they crackle it into stuff. Like I've got chocolate bars that came from New Zealand from is it Whitaker's? No, Whitmer's. I forget. It's Wit something. I'm sorry, Ricker. I'm like bashing the name of the dairy, the chocolater from New Zealand, and they used New Zealand milk, and they made it chocolate with. Well, hello there, mocking media fan.
Yeah.
That's not even mocking media. Like, who the hell's doing that? Okay. All right.
First one was right. Whitaker's.
Yeah, Whitaker's. Okay. So Whitaker's.
Listen, I
And
think we should lobby to get hokey pokey flavor here just because that's fun to say.
well, the first time I was exposed to it, he was getting a hokey pokey ice cream, and he had to explain this to me, like what was hokey pokey. I thought it was like birthday confetti here, where they throw all the colorful stuff, whatever, in it.
Ugh.
That's what it sounded like to me.
That
But
should
it
not be a
wasn't.
flavor.
It wasn't. It was a real. We don't do anything if they say one word. I mean, nobody's gonna come in here and start any crap. But as long as the sock is acting like an appropriate sock, we shall let it be. You know.
Yeah. Although
I'm
they
sorry.
are.
I was just answering my mods because I know my mods. We have great respect for mocking media here, and we're not going to put up with anybody coming in and doing any crap against them, to them, trying to act like they are them. But they're not acting like they are them. It's quite obviously says they're just a fan. You know. For all I know, it's one of you regulars being wise ass because I banned Rocket Couch's sock. Because, yeah, just to see if I'll do it again.
Anyway, back on track. What are we talking about?
We
Rebecca
have
put
a
a
whole.
hokey recipe in chat.
Yep, thank you so much, Record, because it's so hard to explain, but it's so delicious. And they add it to chocolate. It's a type of ice cream. They've got candy. My favorite was hokey pokey lumps. They make pineapple lumps in Australia. It's like a chewy candy, like marshmallowy, chewy, but it's covered in chocolate, and it's like a little square. And this was hokey pokey flavored, and that's one I really liked because it was all like toasted marshmallowy, vanilla, and then just a hint of honey, and it wasn't too sweet, but it was quite addicting. Like I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
But there's no candy here that you go to the store and you're like,
Yeah, there is. I found something recently that normally I would not eat. Well, you know, I love Trader Joe's mini chocolate, dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Like I have
yes.
those in the house all the time. Chocolate and peanut butter is one of my things. But M&M's came out with caramel cold brew M&M's. And I'm sorry, they're kind of addicting. I have to actually put the bag away because I eat them by the handful.
Really?
Yep, they're caramel cold brew. They're bigger than regular M&Ms. They did come only in a single pack for the longest time because they were testing out the flavor. Now they're in the regular size packs, but they're caramel cold brew. They're a little bit bigger than regular M&Ms, and they're just delicious. It's like coffee, caramel, and cream all together. It's so good. But that's only when I need sugar. Like, and I only need sugar when I've got like long days. I find I do something really bad for myself. Instead of drinking water and eating a healthy snack, when I'm sitting doing YouTube for 7 hours a day, like a trial, I end up eating sugar. It's not good for you. It's not. But that's when I'm eating my candy. I'm eating candy. Chili? Wait a minute, Grace. Chili M&Ms. What did I miss? Does that say chili or chill? Is my eyes?
It says chili.
They made chili M&Ms, and
I
I
had
didn't
no idea.
know because I love hot stuff. Like that's why I like the ginger chews. They're spicy. They're hot. I love it. Oh, and I like wasabi peas too, but that's not candy.
No, that's not candy at all.
No, but for candy, I mean, what's your favorite candy?
Cinnamon Mentos.
Is that candy? That's a mint.
That's cinnamon. That's candy. It's in the candy
Is it?
aisle.
It is in the candy aisle.
A
Okay,
Mentos is candy.
Yeah, because they do come fruit too, right? Not just mint. Yeah,
They
everybody
come in
thinks
like
of the.
fruit and then a mint
Mhm.
one and then the cinnamon, but the cinnamon's real hard to find.
Well, that does sound good. I'm glad you didn't say blueberry bubblegum again because I still haven't found any for you. It's
I know
legit.
I can't find. Oh, I meant to ask the guy at the gas station if he would order it for me.
Mhm.
No, I still have some of my original pack left because now I'm in hoarder mode. I'm like, we only have like 4 pieces left. So
I love this answer. My favorite kind of M&Ms are Skittles.
see, Skittles I would define as gritty.
They are gritty and chewy. They are gritty in the middle. You're right. Like they're just not smooth enough with the chew.
Yeah.
But I do like that Skittles do have a very strong fruit punch to their candy. It is.
I mean,
it is
I would
grandchild
eat
approved.
Skittles
Like
if
I will
you
get
gave
those
me
for
a
them.
free package of them, but I would never purchase them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do get them for the green kids like them. I do get them for them. Well,
Most candy is like that for me. Like I wouldn't actually purchase it, but I would eat it.
Sean, Lemon Heads is my favorite childhood candy. As a matter of fact, I sent a whole bunch of those to New Zealand because I love them. The salt, the tartness of them, and they're just like these little zinger lemon things. They're so strong. Hot tamales too. I sent those to New Zealand too. These were my childhood things. Like I like strong flavored, weird stuff.
Hot tamales are good. I like cinnamon flavored stuff though, like fake cinnamon and real cinnamon.
Hot tamales are spicy, like so hot cinnamon. They're like hot cinnamon candy.
Yeah, they're like the fake cinnamon flavor.
Yeah, that's the
like
thing.
Rocket balls. Remember those?
No, what's a racket ball?
Those were cinnamon flavored, like gobstoppers, basically. They were good.
Oh, okay. They were good, weren't they? Record the lemon heads were delish.
I've never seen the ginger Altoids.
Ginger Altoids? Ooh.
Yeah, fireballs. See, look at the trees.
Fireballs. I eat those are like the hard, like a hard.
Yeah, they're like red
jawbreaker, and they're red.
red.
Okay, here's the thing. Like I never finished one. What do you do with it?
You eat it. You just chomp it till it's.
I never had.
Orange slices are good. One time I got those in a grocery order. I did not order them. They just showed up with my grocery order. And I was like, ugh, what am I going to do with this giant tub of orange slices? Then I tried one, and then I had to be like, you're not allowed to order any more of these because they're freaking amazing.
Mm. Damn. I mean, I liked the cinnamon atomic fireballs. I love them. And I'm trying to think what I seen to. I don't eat it though.
What did I
but
call
think
those? Racket balls?
You did. You called them racket balls. Yeah. Well,
Whatever.
now here's the big debate: licorice. Like I sent to New Zealand, good and plenty's, good old fashioned black licorice with
I
the
do
candy
not like
coating.
those.
I sent them to Wrecker because he likes black licorice. I am not a fan of black licorice, but I heard that was pretty good. You know, as we were just talking about concession candy, childhood candy, the candy hit the movie. So, like, you know, he got Mike and Ike's and all this other kind of stuff. From my
Goobers.
childhood. No, I didn't send him any goobers. He's going to mention the Zero bars. I did send him some new candy bars that came out called Zero bars because he likes white chocolate. And boy, were they good. Damn, they were really good. And I sent him like paydays and chocolate covered paydays.
See, a payday was never my favorite. If we had to go candy bars, I always liked Butterfinger was my favorite.
Oh, that's a good one. I like toffee. I
like toffee too, but I like real toffee versus like the Junior Mints. I always like.
Oh, I love those. You know what? I always got Junior Mints, Goobers, and Raisinets when I went to the movies. The chocolate, like, you know, and they used to make nonpareils, little tiny drops of chocolate with white little pearly beads on it, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what are those?
And you got it at the nonpareils, I think, or something. I don't know. It's something like that, and only in the movie theater could I get them.
Whatchamacallits are good, Jen.
No, you know what? We have tried Tim Tams, Mark.
I haven't, Mark Caesar, and I want to.
I had an English household. Like, I know all about them, dude. I just can't get them that often here. I got to go to a specialty store now because, you know, my relatives are passing away in groves.
Snow caps. That's what I was trying to think of, Jen.
Yes, snow caps. That's with the little white beads on them, right? Is that it, JuJu? The dark chocolate with the little white?
Yeah, they're like chocolate chips with little white dots on them.
Yeah. That's what I was calling nonpareils. The same thing. Snow caps.
Toblerone is good.
Oh, that is good.
Oh, you don't get whatchamacallits in Canada? I'll ship you some. I haven't had a whatchamacallit in years.
Carmelo, I like that too. I like toffee, though. I really do love toffee.
I love toffee as well. But I like Nestle Crunch. I like the crispy crunch.
Yeah, I do like texture. Yes. I would say I do like texture in my candy.
I mean, Butterfinger would still be my favorite candy bar. And then the dark chocolate peanut butter cups, which I never was a huge fan of like Reese's peanut butter cups or anything. But then I tried Trader Joe's version.
Oh, yeah. Ricker, I'm going to hold you to that. If you can send me some Tim Tams, let's talk. I'm like, what kinds you got there?
Ricker, will you send me some Tim Tams?
How about if he sends me some and then I'll send you some?
Beautiful. Yeah, that would be less expensive.
That would be less expensive. And less rumor, too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Score bars and Heath bars. Absolutely, because of the toffee. You got it there. Look at the trees. I see you. You're on my vibe here.
See, I never bought those, but we always made our own toffee, so...
I do. Toffee is great. We used to make, remember I told you about that recipe with the crackers and we called it crack candy.
Yeah.
It had peanut butter and chocolate and, you know, it was salty and sweet and everything and had toffee. It was like everything all at once. It was so good. And you just crack it up into pieces when it's done. You poured it over those Keebler butter crackers, the ones that are rectangular shaped. Like you filled the cookie, soup pan. Oh, it was so good. You don't taste cracker when you're done. It's just all like, it was like all these different layers that meshed together. And I had to use a cookie. kind of dangerous because I had to use a candy thermometer because everything has to be at a certain temperature, so it's set in certain ways, to make toffee or to make the
Yep.
creamy peanut butter part or the chocolate part. Well, oh God, did the kids love that? It was all salty, like they loved it on the holidays. Cracked chicken soup. The stuff is cooked pretty good. Send us a link there, Mark. What cracked chicken soup?
Let me know, Couch. I'll totally do it for you.
I love soup.
That would be fun. That would be a good
What is
present.
that? I could take you up on that, JuJu. My wife has a birthday coming up, and I think she'd love that.
I said I'd send him some whatchamacallit.
Oh, you should. You should, Dean. Wouldn't that be nice for her if she likes them and you can't get them there, and then there you
No,
are?
that's the best when someone gets you like what is not available where you live.
Just something simple like that, a candy bar. Like I would be, if I was your wife, I would be over the moon for a
Yeah,
little thing
I
like
would
that.
too. That's why I'm like, I'm in. Let's make her have a great birthday.
The best gifts I ever got were unexpected for no holiday or no reason whatsoever, and were completely useful only to me for something I was doing, and just geared like totally to
Well,
me. Like I know that
yeah.
person saw it, thought of me, bought it, and then just sent it for no other reason. I'm just like, oh, melted.
Yes,
Melted.
I agree.
Puddle bear all over the place. Yep. I've never heard of cracked chicken soup, but I love soup. And I just had some lousy chicken soup the other day. It was bad.
Most chicken soup is bad, I think.
What is it about chicken soup that people forget? That soup is all about the broth and the stock.
I don't know. You know why?
I don't
Because
care
they're
that it's got carrots and celery and onion and chicken in there. Like I can identify it as chicken soup. Well, then it tastes like it's in a bath of water. What's the sense? Like, get out of here.
I watched a video the other day where some woman was making, I forget what she called it, but basically it was chicken soup. And she took all the vegetables out after she made the broth and blended them up and then added them back to the broth. And I was like, boom, never thought of that. Absolutely doing it.
You have to start with a good base, okay?
Well, I mean, she made the broth, so it was good broth because she is like, put all the veggies in there. But then when she blended it up and added it back in, I was like, oh.
It's the broth or the stock. It's worth taking your time to do it the right way, or buy. If you don't want to take the time to do it and you want to make a quick soup, invest in a container of really good organic broth or a jar that's like just bouillon or whatever. That is just like condensed broth. Like I have it. It's like goop, JuJu. I think I talked to you about it before. And it's just like a goopy. It's like you reduced it down to a demi-glace, but no. Demi-glace.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not gloss glaze. And then, hey Tony, how are you? And it's just so full of flavor. It makes the best gravy, stocks. It just boosts everything up because it's concentrated, worth the investment, especially if you don't got like 2 days to make a proper stock. And yes, people, yes, I don't care what anybody tells you. It takes a couple of days to make a really good stock.
I used to be neighbors with 2 chefs, and they texted me one day and they go, hey, are you interested in getting into a stock club with us? And they're like, we'll all make different stocks and then we can share them. I was like, I am not, but also can I have some of your stocks?
I just got proof that those things, snow caps, are also called chocolate nonpareils. I was right. I did see that label. Somebody just sent me a picture, JuJu.
Are they round if they're nonpareils?
Yep.
Because the snow caps are like chocolate chip shape.
They're round discs with the white stuff on it. I'll send you the picture.
No, I know exactly what they look like because you know what they remind me of is
I'm gonna put the picture up because this is what I was talking about. So everybody knows what I was talking about. Oops, I almost ended the stream. I just wrong button. Okay. Here's the picture. I'll put it up for everybody. These things, you see how they're just a chocolate disc, but they're covered in white on the other side, little white, just like that. And they are called nonpareils. That's what I was saying. But they call them Piggly Wigglies. I don't know.
No, Piggly Wigglies this store. Isn't Piggly Wiggly is a store?
Oh, Future Canoe. Don't even start with that Future Canoe stuff there, Wrecker. You know that website I sent to you? That YouTube
Yeah.
site? Yeah, that guy is crazy. That guy is freaking crazy. And he's a real chef. And he just has a go at everything, trying to be funny. Like, I'm sorry, like I gross out a lot.
I haven't watched it yet.
Mm. We used to call those dragon eyes. Oh, okay. So everybody knows what we're talking about, no matter what name it was. I have seen the name snow caps. I know what you're talking about with the pointy ones there. And
But
these are the ones, but this round version was what we would get in the movie theater when we at the concession stand. For some
See,
reason.
they had the snow caps at the concession stand here.
And I never saw them anywhere else, except for like lately. My sister says you can get them in like 5 and dime stores, like the discount stores.
Yeah.
She says you could find some of the movie theater, because that's when I went to get the Good and Plenty's and the Mike and Ike's and stuff like that. They're all mainstream now. You used to only get them in the concession store, but now they're everywhere.
They don't sell JuJu bees anymore, but they sell JuJu fruits.
Right. And you know what? JuJu bees and Dots used to be in competition with each other. I think Dots won out. JuJu bees had more of a shape than Dots, but they were basically the same kind of thing, right?
And JuJu bees were exactly the size of your teeth, and they just got jammed down on the top of your teeth.
And they had that little divot in it too, so that it really fit on your molars.
Totally. That was such a gross candy.
We've had the same childhood, you and I. Like they had the little divot that you could like stick right on your eye. You know what? I've gone through life with a couple of JuJu bees stuck on my back molars on purpose. Exactly. On purpose, I did. Yeah, because I liked it. They were good. Like that's the kind of jelly, gooey, chewy stuff I like a gummy bear. JuJu bees was the right consistency.
See, I did not like the JuJu bees.
You know
what else was a gross candy? Do you remember this? It was like a roll of paper, like receipt paper, and it had the dots on it.
Oh my God. My brothers and sisters loved that stuff. You could get me going. That goes along with the wax soda bottles, which were disgusting liquid inside, or the fake cigarette candies, or the fake fangs that they would eat and choose. And
the fake fangs, those wax ones. Oh, those are gross.
They loved those strips of Dot candy. Like it was just a blob of a little tiny bit of colored sugar.
And half the time the paper ripped off with it.
Exactly. You're chewing. Oh gosh, I have brothers. They chewed that paper. They ate that paper.
It's so foul.
It is. I love, like in Red Bank by me, it's kind of a kitschy, but they have a huge sweet shop there where I'm not kidding. They have 100 glass containers of different kinds of piece candy that you could still buy candy by the piece. It's great. I absolutely love it.
When I was in high school, my mom used to go to a specialty candy shop like that and buy root beer barrels for one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would yell at all of us if we went to eat one. She'd be like, those are for someone else. We're like, but you have a bowl of candy in the house.
Yeah. Oh, I know what he's talking about. Look at the Trees is talking about the same paper candy idea, only the dots were that fake ice cream. They were the astronaut ice cream. And it was on paper and you had to lick it off. That stuff was different. That was weird because I was expecting it to be like the candy, like chalky and overly sweet, and it would dissolve and give you that ice cream creamy effect. And you're like, what the heck was that? What the heck? Like, that's not right. It's not, that's not right. It's just freaking me out.
I'm trying to think of other weird candy.
Thank you, Wrecker. You fit right in with my brothers. I can confirm. Men will eat the wrapper if they're feeling lazy. Yes, they will.
I don't even know where we got that Dot candy, but it was gross.
I don't know.
I mean, I still ate it when they gave it to me.
When you were younger, did you have a corner store like in your neighborhood that everybody went to? Like when we got our allowance, we went down there and tried to buy, pieces of candy, lollipops, whatever. I loved.
Sometimes they would take me to Ben Franklin. Remember that store?
I don't remember Ben Franklin, but no.
But they had like all the candy like that. But this is what I always got. I always opted for. They had this little octopus, and you could throw him on the wall, and he would crawl down.
I have frogs like that, like little sticky ones. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I always skip the
And
candy, and I went
spiders.
for this like little
You went for
octopus.
the gooey ooey toys, yeah.
Yeah, because you could throw it at the wall, and then you
used-
had to clean them. You had to soak them in Dawn dish soap and like a
Yeah.
cup of Dawn dish soap and water.
Oh
And
yeah,
to
so it
this
stayed
day,
sticky.
when I smell Dawn dish soap, I'm like tiny octopus you throw at the wall. Like that's
Yep,
what comes
wacky
into my
wall
mind.
walkers. Yep, I hear you, trees. That's what they call them, wacky wall walkers. Yep. What color was it?
They came in all different colors, but they were only octopus back then, or that's all that was available to me.
I hear you, Mark. Gone are those days when you got 20-cent bags of mixed lollies and actually having a decent. I remember going down to the corner store with my allowance and getting handfuls of butterscotch.
The butterscotch discs.
No, yes, like individually wrapped butterscotch in the hot cinnamon candies that were clear, like
Okay,
Jolly
first of
Ranchers.
all, I still like those, but I
Mhm.
choked on those when I was little, and they give me the Heimlich maneuver. So to this day, when I put one in my mouth, I'm like, be very careful. Like, it's a weird leftover fear because I used to swallow them whole too.
Right.
And I'm like, stop doing that. I'm like, I can't help it. They're delicious.
Hmm.
They
I don't
did get
know. I'm
dirty
getting-
groceries.
Hmm. Those things got so dirty. Yeah, they do.
Remember when they eventually became like hands with like a little string thing, and you could like pick stuff up across the room with them? Well, not across the room, but like across the table.
Butterscotch is my favorite cryptid. Thank you. But I did. I remember the hard candies that were hot cinnamon before, like they made the chewy one.
Yeah,
It
the
was just
cinnamon
like-
discs.
It was like a hard. It was just like butterscotch, but they sold them individually wrapped, like they do Jolly Ranchers and all. We used to call them like nickel candies. You can get a whole bunch of them, like not like way back then, but we got
Yeah,
all that
those
kind of
and the
stuff.
strawberry
Mhm.
bonbons.
I don't remember strawberry bonbons, but yeah.
I used to love them. They look
But I
like
like. That's how I got my lemon heads. But this is when the lemon heads now are little in little boxes, right? But lemon heads, when I went to the store, were a big round ball covered in the same acetic acid lemony, but bigger. And you got them by the handful in a little paper bag. But
yeah.
I did love them.
My dad used to keep those on his desk, and then he would be like, "You can eat them today, and then after that, no."
All right, I've got a food porn thing. Do you want? Do you want to see it?
Yes. Yeah.
You do.
They still have
Okay,
those butterscotch discs too.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta.
Now I want one of those little octopus to throw at the
Okay.
wall.
It's like this is for people. I don't know how many people bother to make bread or ever made bread or know anybody that makes bread, but sourdough is an art, right, Juju? It's like
Yes.
it can go bad. It can go bad
All
very
right.
easily. Okay, you ready? First of all, it looks gross already. Okay, this is not my fault. If you guys get upset about this, like tag record, like I don't want to hear about this. But I have to see it now because he said it's gonna make JuJu and I rage quit. Let's see. This fish has the hardest scales in the world. Sourdough lives and breathes bread. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Ready?
that's
Ready?
okay.
That's weird. Ready? It's just short, so
I'm ready, but I'm like geared up. I'm like nervous.
This fish has the hardest scales in the animal kingdom. This is the Pararaku fish, and it's known for its prized meat as well as its tough scales. They have scales
minute.
that are
What happened to the-
like scales made up of a hard mineralized outer
Wait a
layer.
minute.
This creates
What
a
happened to
formidable
the-
foe as they are almost impenetrable.
this is the wrong one. It switched on me. This is the wrong one. Rick, hold
This
on.
fish has the hardest.
All right. Hold on. I got to take that down.
I was like, why are we?
Oh no.
What
Here
is
it
it?
is.
Process.
Wait.
and let me
oh,
break it
here
down
it
for
is.
you. This
There it
phenomenon
is.
really only happens with sourdough as it contains
Okay,
one
then it
key
came
element
back.
that other breads don't, which
Wait,
is
don't
lactic
push
acid
that.
bacteria. Normal bread
Okay.
uses yeast to rise, while sourdough doesn't, as it rises through the process of fermentation. Instead of rising due to yeast, it uses a starter, which is a fermented flour and water mixture that
Look at
contains
that
wild yeast
stretching
and
over the
good
hot dog.
bacteria. The bacteria in
Wow.
the starter uses the sugars in the dough and
Whoa.
converts them into carbon dioxide, leading the dough to rise like this. This
Oh
bacteria is
my
what gives the
God.
sourdough its tangy taste. However, there's still a lot of mystery around this process, and specifically the bacteria that is in the sourdough starters. Due to there being so many different sourdough starters that exist, scientists actually haven't been able to pinpoint the microbes within the
Oh
sourdough.
my.
Now, have you ever tried sourdough? Have you ever seen this insane sourdough phenomenon? This process is called sourdough leavening, and let me break it down for you. This phenomenon really only happens with sourdough as it contains one key element that other breads don't, which is lactic acid bacteria. Normal bread
What?
uses yeast to rise, while
Yeah,
sourdough
that's what
doesn't,
makes
as
it
it rises
alive.
through the
Yeah,
process
but why
of
are we supposed to get
fermentation.
furious
Instead of
about
rising
that?
due to yeast, it uses
I
a
don't know.
starter, which is a
I don't.
fermented flour
That's
and
it.
water mixture that
Sourdough is
And
contains
it's all
wild
it
delicious.
is.
yeast.
It's often not done
Sourdough.
correctly.
It did not make me upset. You know what made me upset? The fish whacking at the beginning.
I know.
And I don't know, was that originally part of it, Wrecker, or did because I pushed? You said don't push that. It means I pushed the
Trees.
button in it, and I tried to reset it, and it went to a different one of the guy's videos. Yeah. Hey, I'll send you the link there. Look at the tree, so you can find the guy. There you go. Wait, where did it go? That was wild. It didn't make me mad though at all.
No, it
I
didn't
don't know
make
what
me
you-
mad
I-
either.
I don't know what he's talking about making. Yeah, it is crazy though. All the bubbles. I like sourdough actually.
I always like my mom made homemade bread and I loved she would let me punch it.
Anybody wants to check out the fish whacking? Here's the YouTube channel. The shorts are on there, I guess. I think it's the same guy. Because
Brecker
I
goes,
swear,
nearly everything he said was wrong about sourdough. I've never made sourdough.
you know what? It's true because I make sourdough in I didn't believe what the guy was saying either.
Do you know Bread Company still has the same starter that it started when they started the
and they should they should. That's what makes a really really good sourdough. It's the starter. People pass those things down from family to family. And Wrecker does make bread. Believe it or not, he doesn't just rap. He actually can make bread. He can cook some things. Like he said, it doesn't use yeast, and then proceeded to say it has yeast in it. Yes, he did. He went back and forth. Claire, if you make sourdough, how long have you had your starter for? I had a starter that was good for 2 years, and I no longer have it, Mark. I let it die.
quit feeding
Because
it?
yeah, if you quit feeding it or you don't take care of it, like all things, it dies. You know, flowers, plants, fish, love lives. You know, you gotta pay
Yeah.
attention. Gotta pay attention. And yeah, I got sick. I didn't feel it, and I just stopped taking care of it. So my 2-year-old starter is gone.
That kind of makes me sad.
However, my nephew has that starter, and if I want to, he will give me some. He
Oh,
actually he took it from years ago, and he has his own that he keeps in the fridge, and he does feed it. And he makes bread regularly, and not just sourdough. Like he makes, all kinds of breads with starter. So
I keep wanting to get into bread making.
sourdough is a flavor of bread that I covet. Like I like the texture, I like the smell, I like it. You know.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's
Record gets annoyed when people come out as chefs and stuff and cooks and all, and they start giving wrong recipes. It's very upsetting. But this guy, Future Canoe, was what we were talking about before. I mentioned it to JuJu. It is a YouTube channel, and the guy tries to mimic other people's recipes, and he purposely. I really think he does it on purpose. He really mucks it up because you could tell he really knows how to cook by his technique and everything. JuJu, you could tell by how somebody holds a knife,
yes,
or how they actually present food. whether they're really a chef or not. Like this guy looks like he's really got skill, but he's just making a really good joke about the whole damn thing. And then some of it's good and some of it's really, really bad. But it's like it's infuriating to watch him like go so wrong sometimes.
So he's
I'm
like a rage baiter.
yeah, he's just trying to piss us all off. The best part, Juju, is just read like if you don't want to watch it, just read the comments about the food at the end. Like people go in on him. He loves it. He wants to get the worst comments ever on his channel. He wants people to have a go at it. Like
Rage baiting. He's like,
rage
let's use it.
baiting. Yep. And it's funny. It's entertaining. It's kind of like, getting lost in a Hallmark movie. That's my version of a Hallmark movie. Future Canoe. Right now.
I'm like, then I could make an account and you would be like furious with the way I cook.
I wanted to make a series about making sourdough out of wild yeast taken from different things. Ew. Yeah, but wouldn't it all like it could go bad? Like, it could go bad. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Do it. I'm into it. Those videos are addicting. That's what I thought.
They
I was
are.
like, because I looked at his account and I was like, oh, this is one that you end up watching for like hours.
It is like we goof off and when we feel like we're just laughing and pointing and laughing at something, we're watching that. Yeah. What is wild yeast? A lot of natural things in the world have yeast on them, including ourselves, Teresa, from head to toe. So like our bodies, like humans.
No,
I'll let Record take that where he's gonna find his wild yeast. Because remember that woman made,
I'm not listening. I will rage quit over this. Don't say it. That's so foul. I can't with it.
It's true. They use yeast in beer, and that's what she did.
No.
Yeah, we did the whole series on the beer of that, Mark. I didn't know they made bread with it, but hell to the whatever floats their boat.
That grosses me out so much.
Can you imagine years later? Oh, Diane was my favorite girlfriend. She made the best bread.
I can't. Don't throw up all over this computer. Don't do it. Oh, that's so gross.
Hey, as long as they're not getting the cheese from the other side of the relationship, we're okay.
I can't.
I just have to. I'm like a 12-year-old boy up here all of a sudden. I just couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
I'm like crying. My eyes are watering. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up, everyone. Oh, it grosses me out so much.
I know. For Mousy, I figured if she was gone, I had to make it worth it. I had to go for the extra shot.
I told you this is a game my friends play too. They're like, oh, just start talking. Oh, it's so foul. That's so foul.
Oh, Teresa. She even spelt it right. Teresa, you're the bomb. You're the bomb. Don't worry, JuJu. I'm not going to put it up on there. Don't worry.
So gross.
I'm glad. You know what? My mission is done for the day. We made look at the trees, cheeks hurt. That's a good day.
Oh no, Teresa. Oh, I hate those two. Ooh.
Oh, I love watching that, especially the depow. I love watching the depow. Like the port of wine, like the one that's all dark and solid, like that. Oh, and wait, ear cleaning ones with the suction thing. Yeah, I like that. I love watching some ear cleaning ones. JuJu, we lost her. She gone. She's throwing up. She may be back. She may not. Okay, I'll stop talking about the earwax removal in the pimple popping. JuJu's done for. Yeah, I agree, Mrs. Cassandra. I think I killed her. Sorry.
All right, I'm back.
Are you okay?
No, that's so gross. I can't. I can't handle it.
Oh my god.
I'm muted for your guys' sake.
Okay, we'll clean it up for you. All right. Oh my God, it's almost 9:30. Boy, did we go. What are we? Oh, it's only 2:10. We started like 10 minutes late, like
15 minutes late.
20 minutes late.
Say something pretty to me. Kitten pause. I don't know. Like,
Okay, Bird fan is a real fan. And they left, so now Mermaid is back. Oh, hi, Mermaid. I think I know who you are now.
no, Teresa, damn it. I'm not reading that fucking shit again.
Teresa, you and me both. Like,
Oh.
it's like, oh, okay, come here, brother. I'll take care of that. Yep.
Oh, no. Stay away with me. From me with all that. I want no part of it.
I think that the miracle of St. Bridget turning her bathwater into beer was due to diabetes and a yeast infection. I think that is true. Like, it wasn't a miracle after all. It was science, Tony. Thank you. It totally was. Think about that man cooking in the kitchen, slapping his dough. Mrs. Cassandra, there was a whole bunch of actual chefs and women coming out against that guy, saying he made it overly sexy, and it wasn't. Like, they tried to say it wasn't sexy the way he was slapping things around the kitchen. He obviously knew what he was doing. They said it was like he's doing it on purpose to try to, like, you know, make it look like that. We're like, duh, of course he is, you idiot. Like, oh my God. People are so weird.
The best is that woman who wears a wig and like does commentary, and she'll be like, "Why you got to do that?" And she throws her wig.
Yeah, just a little bit there, Mermaid. Like, yeah.
He's doing it on purpose. Yeah. Did you see the way he fondled those egg yolks? Obviously, he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, obviously, you know. Or just like, you know, the one-liners that Future Canoe. Also, he's always making jabs at his sister in one-line joke, and he does the double entendre, like the unintentional innuendo, very, very well. Like, you'll appreciate it, JuJu. He's like, it's like, you're like, did he really say that? And you got to back up, and you're, yep, he said that.
Teresa, if I was a mod, I would boo you from this chat.
Teresa, that would be the ultimate like JuJu weapon. Would be like, but we don't need one. We like her. Like, stop trying to get her to leave the chat. Like, it's fun. But I can imagine Teresa. Teresa's so sweet and evil at the same time.
I know.
Like, I love it. She's the most lovable, affectionate, like caring
person. And then
person.
she'll just stand.
And then she gets on the pimple popping, and you're done. You're done. Like, she, yeah.
I can't with all that. I can't.
You're poking the bee? Yeah, poor
she
bee.
is? Oh, trees, not you two.
Oh, pimple pudding. Oh, trees. Hey, at least it's you, not me this time. It's usually me. Like, it's like, I shouldn't love this as much as I love this, but this is fun.
I don't know why people think it's fun.
Oh, Ju, don't worry.
I hate it.
We do love you. We all love you. It
doesn't feel like it right now.
Well, of course. I mean, who does feel loved with a bunch of pimples? I mean, of course they don't, but still. Still, I knew that was you. Like, really. Do we have a square on there for mods acting out? Like, yes.
I think they do.
Yeah. Behave thyself, Shill.
You guys can't be real mean to me and then say, but we love you.
Yes, we can. We do it all the time. Have you not been paying attention?
But this is mean.
What do you mean we can't? It happens every weekend. Like, what are you talking about? This isn't really mean. Come on. She loves you. Oh, feet pictures. Some people get grossed out by feet.
Feet don't bother me unless goo's coming out of them.
Feet do not bother me. I'm not like, I don't think they're the sexiest thing on earth, but they do not bother me. Yeah. I will tell you this. If you ever see my feet, then you're special.
Really?
Right. Yep. Because even as half dressed as I am all the time, I have socks on. My feet get cold. Mhm.
Yeah. You can use all my socks.
Yeah, the ones you're not wearing because you won't wear socks. Okay.
Yeah.
See.
I don't like, well, not sometimes I start freaking out if I have socks on. Like if when I wear shoes all day, by
Wait a
the
minute.
afternoon I start.
Wait. Define freaking out. What do you mean? Like you can't stand to be closed in like that? Because that's how I feel about now that I'm just, it's been like since COVID. Like, I cannot stand to be bound up like on my skin, like at all.
Partially, yeah, I start like, well, first of all, my feet get really hot. And then, yeah, I just almost start panicking. I'm like, oh, I have to take these shoes off right now. Like, I just don't, I don't know. It's, well, one, it hurts my one foot. And then I just don't like shoes.
You just don't like being bound up on your feet.
Yep.
You just don't. Okay. Sean, I'm not devious. Really? Am I
They're
devious?
all devious.
No.
All of you.
And so you can't blame Quiz.
And Sean, you can't, don't call me cute when I'm angry.
She wasn't angry. She was completely grossed out.
I got a little angry.
she was a little sick to her stomach.
Because it's a game everyone plays. They're like, we know how to get you. I told you that my friends did make me puke in the middle of the street one time.
I would never try to get you to puke. I'm sorry.
They think it's hilarious.
I won't encourage them anymore. I don't want you to feel angry about it. Like, a little green under the gills, maybe, but not angry.
Well, I'm still green under the gills.
Oh, Mark, I have brothers. This actually makes sense. It's like a joke I've heard before. Joke for you. Why did the semen cross the road? Because I put on the wrong socks this morning. Yeah, the ones mommy won't wash. That's right. But it is not Quizzy's fault. Nothing is Quizzy's fault. Nope. Not having it. Mousy. Not having it. Chill. Not having it. Mm-mm. You guys all did that to JuJu on your own.
Now you did it too. Now
I
love how you subtly turn on chat with me. You're like, listen.
Listen, because I don't want you to be angry. I thought you were just being sick to your stomach. Like,
well, no, different. I'm when someone tickles you and you get mad, but you're not really mad, but you're like, stop it for real. I tell you,
jiggly wiggly food grosses me out. Like,
but does it make you puke gross?
If you tried to make me eat it, yeah. Ugh. Chill, would you stop? Or oh my god. Okay. I'm not gonna get baited into your bingo square. So there. How's that?
Bingo blocked.
Bingo blocked. There you go. That should be one. Like I refuse to cooperate.
Mousy, when JuJu is mad, we will know it.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, we're not dancing monkeys up here. You can't control us.
Yeah. Well, you can make us puke a little bit.
Yes, lesson learned. Never let anyone know what your weaknesses are. We're just too damn honest, JuJu, and they use it against us.
I know. That's a fact.
Right. We give them all the ammunition. It's our own
I know. And then we're like, hey, you're using this ammunition against us. What is this?
Yes. Well, yeah, that's true. Well, really, I don't want to make it that sick to your stomach. Like grossed out a little, yes, that's okay. But I don't want to make it sick to your stomach.
No, I'll puke for real. I can't with all that stuff. I hate it so much. I don't know why it grosses me out, but it does.
It's like I can't eat food that has eyeballs. Like I get grossed out. If you put a whole crab or a lobster in front of me. Claire is too good to fall for any of that. But I do every day, Wrecker. You know, like I'm gullible as hell too at the same time. What if I discover it?
Teresa?
Teresa, do not. You can send them to me though. Like I'll laugh, but don't do that to JuJu. No. Yeah. Poop is not off the limits. No, poop is never off the limits, Mousy. We talk about poop all the time. This is a fact of life. You know, poop is everything.
Poop is everything. Everything
is.
comes down to poop.
Everything does come down to poop. Whether you had a good poop, a bad poop, whether you're like pooping too much, you're not pooping enough, whether you're full of poop, you are the poop, you want the poop, whatever.
You feel like poop.
You feel like poop.
Thank you, Therese. If you do, I'm
Thank you, Teresa. See,
furious.
look, you elicited a promise. Now we just have to. Oh God, Mrs. Cassandra.
Now
Oh, shoot.
everyone's just picking on me. This is called bullying, and I'm against it.
Oh no, are we gonna have to become pseudo advocates now? Only like, okay, let's do it. You would.
Therese, I always think about that.
Well, you know what? To be a pseudo advocate, though, I would have to go watch a bunch of channels that I won't even want to pay attention to figure out how to do it. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a pseudo advocate. But I will tell you that you're tough. You could fight against the periwinkle poop. Just don't pay attention to it. Don't acknowledge the poop.
Or periwinkle.
Yeah,
No, the periwinkle poop has made me calm my rage down against the color periwinkle. I'm still don't like it though.
I know, because you know what you don't like. You know what you don't like? It ain't even the periwinkle part about it. It's how they use it against you now to try to rile you up. Like that. I could see why you wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I just really hate that color. I mean, I haven't even told you guys every periwinkle story I have, but periwinkle haunts me. But I suppose if something has to haunt you, a color is a pretty good thing to have.
I like Mark's comment. Teresa, are you shitting me? Yes, Mark, they're shitting you. They're shitting the whole chat. They're shitting it up in here and it stinks. There are so many periwinkle stories, we can't even keep on top of them.
The word periwinkle is angry.
I agree. Like, why? What does it mean and why? I have actually tried to figure this out in my, like, trying to amuse myself on one day. Not for a whole day, but for a period of time. I don't understand why it's called periwinkle. It makes no sense whatsoever.
It's a plant too, you know.
And it's a stupid sounding word. It is.
Maybe winkle. Maybe it was named after the plant.
Oh gosh, bingo, 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 and bingo, and you can't block my name-o. So she's singing and that's a couple of different that, you know what, that's a couple of different squares. That is contributing to the channel, whichever that one is. I forget what it's called. Couch, forgive me. And also singing in the chat. And because you're really going out of your way to annoy me, you can
Poking
just say yeah, you've been timed out. Just call that like aggressively poked the bear and FAFO.
I was just gonna say someone found out. Where's the line? We found it.
There's the line. Now you're trying to skew the bingo card.
They all try and skew the bingo card. Did you see Racket Couch earlier goes, I don't think it counts because JuJu said it. And then he goes, you know what? No, it does count.
Yeah, it does.
Was like,
oh, and you're right. That is called member Santa when somebody donates to the channel or uses their membership message to send up or something like that. Okay. Oh wait, Mark has deets. Whoa, Mark coming through. The color periwinkle was named after the flower, technically called Vinca minor, which is the real name, and I like those. To make a statement, use the serene purple blue of periwinkle and its elegant symbolism. No, it's just it's a rinky dinky little name. I grew Vinca minor, and I have to say it's just as annoying as the name Periwinkle because you cannot get rid of it.
You know, you
Once
can't. Once
you
it's there,
cannot.
it's there.
Once it's there forever. 11 months of gifts, and how much? 11 months of gifts. See how much Claire favors me, like she has control. I do have control. I do favor you. Are you allowed back in? I think your minute was up. You're here, aren't you?
You got a whole minute, Shell. Ooh.
Yeah. That's because you're trying to influence the bingo game unfairly. Like,
They all do, though.
I you know me. I push back. You all think you're so damn clever. You can manipulate us. It ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna start. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are sneaky.
You're being sneaky.
Dude, they're very much misbehaving.
Vinca does like kind of roll off the tongue though. I like the way it sounds, Trees. It's super weird. It's the superior word. Vinca minor.
It's just like pressing buttons and assume other people feel the same.
You say that like I have an agenda. I just like pressing buttons and assume other people feel the same. Yes, they all do. I didn't say
Yeah, I don't know if you saw
And
what
I
just happened to me.
And
but
I
yeah.
wasn't talking to you, Couch. I was talking to my mod Shield there, trying to amp stuff up. It was fun. I'm sure you had fun, Blue. Yeah, Vinca is definitely better than the word periwinkle.
Don't forget
the poll. Okay, let me pull that down and then let's get out of here. Like I think we gave them enough for the day.
Yeah, let's get out of
Okay.
here.
Well, the poll is exactly as the same as when it started. We got 22 votes. Okay.
And everyone eats jiggly food?
No. Do you enjoy eating jiggly wiggly foods? Yes, 50%. 5% no. And depends what made it wiggle, 45.
That's a good one. I'm glad you put that one in there because it does depend on what makes it wiggle.
Yeah, true. I might even be persuaded occasionally. Reference Dirty Uncle Sal's wiggle worm, the gummy wiggle worm. Right?
I was until I wasn't, Therese. And then I was like, stop it.
It's okay. It could be, yeah.
But
Thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But you are a good sport. You know they don't mean it. But it is tough when there's so many of them. There's so many of them coming at you at once with it and stuff. Yeah. Good night, everyone, and thanks for joining. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and share. You noticed I could do the YouTube thing if I read it. Thank you. Good night, everybody. What do you have? Do you have any last words there, JuJu?
I do not. Good night. And I hope none of you puke tonight.
No, actually, I know you secretly hope they all puke tonight.
I don't. That's not fun for anyone.
Oh, you're so sweet. How could they pick on you like this? Like, that's
I
terrible.
know. I'm just a little.
Yes, Sean. Sean, you got it. Timeout for everyone. You get a timeout. You get a time. Everybody's getting a timeout because we're leaving. You know.
That's right.
We're not going to. For you just leave. Oh no, Mark. We're not. No.
Mark.
You are like, look, we're already here, like 9:45. We usually end at 9.
Mrs. C, just say F chat.
No, just say.
Any last words? If you chat.
Didn't she, Mrs. Cassandra? Because that's what I heard. Like, didn't you hear that? That's what I heard. I don't know what she thought she was saying, but she was actually. That's what she was saying.
Everyone to the corner. That's right, Trees. And no talking to each other.
Listen, I'm going to be back in less than 12 hours, like in just over 12 hours for some of you guys. So, like, come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I will see you tomorrow morning if you really want to hang out there, Mark. But I got to end the stream now.
Everybody get some sleep.
Yeah. Everybody, like, do what you're going to do. Have some fun. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Whatever it is. I hope you have fun. Thank you for hanging out and keeping us company. Mrs. Cassandra and JuJu and myself just hanging and vibing and making damn fools of ourselves tonight. At least I did.
Yep. Same here.
Mhm.
Glad we put that out there for the world to see.
Yes, like, here it is. Here's the content you never knew you wanted.
Right.
You never knew you needed, and you're still trying to figure out why. Like, don't
Why
waste
am
your
I here?
believe me, don't ask the questions. There are no answers. I'm telling you that there's no answers to it. There's no answers. Just enjoy. Just be free. And we'll see you all. You know where I'll be during the week. Otherwise, I'll see you back here on the weekend. Hey, Juju.
Good night, all.
Good night. And thanks for joining us, Mrs. C. Everybody have a great night.